It is a hot one here at Lowell Park in Cotuit. 90 degrees with not a ton of clouds in the sky, just straight sunshine and heat. And that's exactly how the Mariners plan on ending this season in heated fashion. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. The Mariners, before yesterday's loss to Orleans, 6-game winning streak. But yesterday, the Firebirds snapped it with a 2-1 victory in front of the Mariner faithful. The offense in that one, Luke, just did not look strong.
Yeah, only 2 hits going into the 8th inning. They gave up 2 in the top half of the 8th. You can't blame the pitching at all. I mean, it was scoreless baseball. It was man-on-man, arm-on-arm the entire way. Both starters had fantastic outings, and neither starter was going to walk out of there with a win. And Adam Arthur came in, and on the second batter he saw, it was a no-doubt moonshot from Tyler Myatt last night. He's hot, and he's just getting to the Cape for Orleans. But it's safe to say they just have the Mariners' number, Gino.
That, and it's a common theme after off days for the Mariners to come out a little bit standstillish. 0-7-1 after an off day. A combined score of 50-30. So they've been outscored by 20 runs coming off an off day. So the Mariners try and right the ship, which they typically do. After the day off here today against the Kettleers, who are struggling. Cotuit comes into this one with a losing record of 14-18-3, fourth in the West, 3-6-1 in their last 10. The Mariners still sitting atop the East and atop the Cape, 19-13-3, still 8-2 in their last 10 games. And the Mariners' order to try and get another victory here this summer goes like this. 1, 2, 3. Tanner Marsh, the shortstop. Nico Brini, center field. Aiden Robbins, left field. 4, 5, and 6. D. Kennedy, the designated hitter. Matt Conti catching. Sam DiCarlo, second base. Rounding out the order, 7, 8, 9. Pat Foltz, in his second game in a Mariner uniform, made his debut yesterday, and in his first at-bat, got a single and a stolen base. Also, to add to his night yesterday, a run and a walk. He was the DH yesterday. The first time he's playing the field today, he's over at third. And then Kyle Wolf batting eighth, the first baseman. Jake Coonan, the right fielder, rounding out the order. He's in the 9 spot. Only 2 left-handed hitters for the Mariners' order. They go up against the rising senior out of George Washington, the right-hander Max Haug, who the Mariners saw last time. The Mariners against right-handed pitchers, a 2.35 average, 7th on the Cape. But the last time they played Haug, it shows why they have been strugglesome a little bit against right-handed pitchers, and especially Haug. Back on July 18th, it was a 2-1 loss. Haug went 5 innings, gave up just 2 hits, 2 runs, one of them being earned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. As Tanner Marsh comes out from the dugout, he's going to get set from the right side. The defense for Cotuit starting in the outfield, Dean Weston left, Caden Bogenpole at center, and Nolan Stevens at right. To the infield, Camden Johnson at third, Ryan Farber, the shortstop, easily one of the top players on the Cape, Sean Martinez at second, and Zan Von Schlegel at first. Catching is Jack Natilli. First pitch from the right side, up high for ball 1.
First impressions, Gino, this is a gorgeous ballpark. I know we've been here before this summer, but that was so early. You and I, our first summer on the Cape. Lowell Park, what a design.
Here's the 1-0 to Marsh. Pops him up, infield left side. Ryan Farber charging in from short. He's going to get called off by the third baseman, Johnson, who makes the head-high grab. Quickly one away in the top of the first. Out comes Nico Brini, but you're right. Lowell Park, just a beautiful spot lined with woods and trees that surround the foul grounds from the left side all the way to the right. First time we've been back here since June 20th. But it truly is a beautiful spot. Breeze blowing in from home plate out to center. First pitch to the lefty, Brini. Misses outside. Max Haug throws a 3-pitch mix, a fastball, a changeup, and then a combination of a slider curveball, a.k.a. slurve. The 1-0. Check swing. Pitch is high and outside. Appeal down to third. Glenn Stewart says Brini did not go. The umpires in this one, Michael Chukerman behind the plate, Ryan Damari at first, and Glenn Stewart over at third. 2-0 the count to Brini, 1 out. Top of the first, still scoreless. The pitch. Hard ground ball to first base. Von Schlegel gloves it, flips it to his pitcher, Haug, who touches the bag for the second out.
Solid focus there from the first baseman, Von Schlegel. He knocked the ball down. He immediately didn't field it. And with Brini's speed, sometimes you're eager to look up, see how fast he's getting down the line. But he knocked it down, he stayed with it, and trusted his pitcher covering. Make it look easy, but those plays, especially on guys that you're not college teammates with, there's so much in and out. Von Schlegel, just his 5th start of the summer, it can be difficult.
Here's Aiden Robbins from the right side. Righty on righty, first pitch with 2 outs. Here's the slurve right on the inside. Robbins had to jump out of the way. A beautiful sunny day here on the Cape once again. 90 degrees. Just adding to the element of Lowell Park's beauty. The 1-0. Misses outside. Luke, you and I were here when the players got off the bus, and in unison, them and the coaches saying, wow, this park is looking great today. Here's the 2-0. Smashed into left center. Dean West on the run back towards the track. He can't get there. Slams into the wall. It careens out of his glove, and Aiden Robbins is into second standing. A 2-out double that gets the Mariner dugout fired up.
Right before that pitch, felt like the first 2 outs of this game happened extremely fast, and that was the style of last night. It's been the style of a lot of Mariner games this summer, and Steve Engler yelled out, come on, A-Rob, let's make this guy work, talking about the starter Max Haug. And A-Rob said, all right, he took the next pitch and then drove that one. I thought that was going to be out of here off the bat. He's also getting some help from the wind out towards left center where he hit it.
Robbins with his 11th extra base hit this summer, his 5th double. Here's D. Kennedy from the right side. The pole hitter for the Mariners, the league leader, one of the league leaders in RBIs, is the first pitch down the middle for strike 1. He's got 18 of them this summer. It's top 4 on the Cape. Leads his team. As Haug stares him down, dealing from the first base side of the rubber. Looks back at Robbins, now comes home. Slurve misses outside. 1-1 the count. 2 outs, top of the first. No score with Robbins on second off the double a few moments ago. Kennedy trying to right the ship after a little bit of an underwhelming performance yesterday. Here's the 1-1. Skips in the dirt. Nice job by Natilli to scoot to his right and knock it down. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kennedy yesterday 0 for 3 with a walk. But, Luke, this is somebody that can get hot at any moment.
Yeah, he just thrives in situations like this. A runner in scoring position, he can drive guys in effortlessly.
The 2-1, popped him up, shallow right. Sean Martinez from second, called off by Nolan Stevens in right. He comes jogging in and makes the catch right at the ear for the 3rd out. So 2 flyouts, a ground out. But the Mariners leave one stranded with Aiden Robbins, a 2-out double, his 11th extra base hit this summer. And the Mariners go on defense for the first time today when we come back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
We're just underway here at Lowell Park in Cotuit. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Still scoreless after the top of the first. Just one hit for the Mariners so far in this one. That was Aiden Robbins on a 2-out double. Brought the left fielder Dean West all the way back towards the wall. Robbins, his 11th extra base hit this summer. And I have a feeling he's not done just yet. The Kettleers look to respond off that hit from Robbins, but again, still scoreless. Camden Johnson leading things off, the third baseman. Ryan Farber batting second, the shortstop. Batting third, Caden Bogenpole, the center fielder. 4, 5, and 6, Zan Von Schlegel, the first baseman. Jackson Natilli, the catcher. Dean West, left field. 7, 8, 9, Sean Martinez, second base. Nolan Stevens, right field. And Tagger Tyson, the DH. Johnson from the left side, first pitch from Chmielewski. Fastball down the middle for strike one.
Never like to come off a loss, Gino, but having Chmielewski, just one of those guys who can set the tone early.
Rising senior from North Carolina, 6'2", 210 pounds. Lefty on lefty. Here's the 0-1. High bouncer towards second. DiCarlo fields it a little bit awkwardly, and he can't get the throw off to first. As DiCarlo charged, that ball took a little bit of an awkward hop away from DiCarlo's glove. And so at the last second, he had to lunge to his left. He hauled it in and then tried to underhand to first. He was only a few feet away from Wolf, but Johnson showing off the wheels that time. He reaches.
Good hustle from Johnson. It looked like a play that was as routine as they come. And DiCarlo treated it that way as well, and a funky hop. I don't know if it was the spin on the ball or just a weird spot in the dirt. Nonetheless, a leadoff base runner for Cotuit.
Here's the righty Ryan Farber, but first a throwback to first. Johnson back standing. He is a menace on the base path, to say the least. 15 stolen bags, that leads the team. 4th on the Cape. We'll let you know when he takes off. First pitch to Farber. Curveball in there for strike one. Hits the lower edge. Farber, a switch hitter. Starting off the game with the righty. So they got 4 righties, 4 lefties in today's order. And then the switch for Farber. The 0-1 misses high and away. Cotuit this summer batting a .252 average against left-handed pitchers. It's 5th best on the Cape. Chmielewski stares down home but throws back to first. Johnson back standing. The defense for the Mariners in the outfield, Aiden Robinson left, Nico Brini at center, Jake Coonan at right. As Farber digs back in from the right side, we'll get to the infield after this next pitch. Here's the 1-1. Just misses outside. At third, Pat Foltz. His first game he's playing the field. In his debut yesterday was the DH. To his left, Tanner Marsh at short, Sam DiCarlo at second, Kyle Wolf at first. Catching is Matt Conti. Here's the 2-1 to Farber. Misses low and inside, right at the cleat laces of Farber. He takes a step back, readjusts his gloves. A 3-1 count to Farber with Johnson on first, still scoreless in the home half of the opening frame. Chmielewski brings the glove to his chest. Kicks and fires a 3-1. This one's put out into shallow right. Jake Coonan all the way back towards the gap. It's going to drop for a hit. Johnson rounds past third. He gets the windmill to come home. The cutoff is DiCarlo. No throw to the plate, and Cotuit scores the first run of the day. It's an RBI double for Ryan Farber.
give Farber credit. Nice piece of hitting, went the other direction, hit the ball hard in the gap. But, Gino, you look back to some problems that this entire summer, and it's been rare for a team like Harwich that's 6 games over 500. There haven't been too many issues, but it comes from not being ready to play. And whether you want to blame Sam DiCarlo for the base hit to start the game, it was ruled to hit the whole way, but that's a play that should have been made. Chmielewski works from the stretch, and now this.
First pitch to the lefty, Bogenpol, a swing and a miss. You're right, the Mariners have to come out a little bit better, a little bit more aggressive. Farber on second, still no outs. Bottom of the first. Here's the 0-1 to Bogenpol. Flares it foul over the Cotuit dugout along the third base side. Cotuit wearing the maroon pinstripe uniforms. The Mariners in their classic baby blue and red road uniforms. Here's the 0-2. Hard bouncer up the middle. Tanner Marsh gets behind the bag, but the ball goes past his glove and into the outfield. Here comes Farber rounding third. He's at the plate. And Cotuit with a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the first. An RBI single from Caden Bogenpol.
This is a team right here, Gino, that has come out tonight like a team that's on the brink of a playoff position. They're the last team in right now in the West Division, and they're playing like it. We heard the conversations coming in. Everybody around here, the Cotuit faithful, knows that Harwich is the best team in the Cape right now. And they talked about it. They talked to us about it. But that does not mean that the Kettleers are going to back down, and this is the start that they were looking for.
First pitch to the righty, Von Schlegel. Inside at the shins for ball 1. But you're right. You have to come out and act like you are fighting for a playoff spot rather than a team that's already secured or about to secure. The Mariners just need 1 point to clinch. It's the 1-0. Liner into right. Another base hit for Cotuit. Runners on first and second. As Bogenpol thought about taking off for third, but Jake Coonan over in right brings him back to the bag with a catapult to Sam DiCarlo, who is covering.
That's 4 consecutive base hits to start this ball game for the Kettleers. Coming into this matchup with Harwich, in 3 games this summer, this Cotuit team has scored a total of 1 run. That's correct, 1 run in 3 games. This is the start they were looking for.
You're right, and that's going to bring up Matt Conti to come out from behind the dish to talk things over with Chmielewski. As I talked about, a rising senior out of North Carolina. He's been in these spots before, but not quite the same. This past year with the Tar Heels, did not start. He started 3 other times this summer here on the Cape. His last time was back on July 23rd against Bourne. It was a 12-2 Mercy Rule win for the Mariners. Chmielewski looked solid, went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, just 1 earned run, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He tries to right the ship against the righty Jack Natilli. Kicks and fires, first pitch. Popped him up, foul territory, first base side, and out of play.
Natilli has been the guy for Cotuit this summer. 24 runs batted in. That's the best on the team. That's one of the best in the entire Cape Cod Baseball League. An opportunity with 2 on, nobody out in the top of the first.
And he can get power. As you talked about, 12 extra base hits, second in the league in home runs with 6. As the 0-1 misses inside at the laces. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still no outs, bottom of the first. Runners on first and second for the Kettleers. They're up 2-0 over the Mariners. Still really early in this game. But you got to get out of this one. Chmielewski knows that. He kicks and deals the 1-1. Fouled straight back, right off the backstop. Behind home, so the Kettleers ball boy comes sprinting over, picks it up, and comes running back. Always love the hustle from these ball boys on the Cape. That brings up 1-2 to Natilli. The catcher in this one batting 5th. Runners on first and second. Chmielewski deals the 1-2. Fouled off, third base side. If you're the pitching coach, Hunter Dilworth, what would you say to Chmielewski in this moment?
It's the top of the first. He's throwing strikes. Cotuit's had a couple hits go the other direction. They're not necessarily squaring balls up outside of the double from Farber that got to the wall. And he's a pitcher that pitches to contact. That's some of the risks that you take where sometimes you can get unlucky.
1-2 inside at the waist. Ball 2. It gets away from Conti. It squirts up the third base line. Conti with a few jog steps, you could say, picks it up and deals it back to the mound.
And the last thing you want to do is start looking at the scoreboard, going through these at-bats in your head if you're Chewy and say, well, I've given up 4 consecutive hits. Then he stops trusting his stuff, gets behind in counts, and that would lead to him getting lit up even harder.
The 2-2. Smashed into right center. Jake Coonan going back towards the wall. He's called off by the center fielder, Nico Brini, who makes the catch at the track. He chucks it into the infield. That advances Bogenpol to third. Runners on the corners. Nobody scoring on that deep drive from Natilli.
He just got under that one. It actually looked like a routine fly ball off the bat, at least to me, Gino. And then you saw Coonan. He didn't even try for it. And right, Brini was on his horse. And we're down here at field level. I would like to think that that ball was on the track, if not pretty close to the wall.
397 to dead center here at Lowell Park. Here's Dean West from the left side. Runners on the corners. Cotuit up 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Lefty on lefty. First pitch. Just misses inside. Of course, the wind in this one helping out some of these fly balls. That one from Farber got a good piece of it, but certainly had it carried a little bit right into the gap. Here's the 1-0. This is again inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Dean West, the left fielder, batting 6th today. A rising junior from UCLA. So I would imagine he's used to this heat. Got runners on the corners. Here's the 2-0. Thought about swinging, but it was a strike right on the outside edge.
It's a huge at-bat for Chewy. West, yes, he hits well for average, not so much for power. A lefty-lefty matchup, you're thinking strikeout or double play the entire way.
Here's the 2-1. High and tight. Looking over at the Mariner dugout. Steve Englert hanging over the fence, yelling out to his starting pitcher. 3-1 the count to West. Runners on the corners. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. A hefty hack that time from West.
I like that, though. Head in the count 3-1. Why not let it fly?
Fastball from Chmielewski.
Pitch was just a little bit too high. I'd like to think that he swung at ball 4 there.
West just 5'10", but you're right, had to reach upwards for that one. Chmielewski trying to put him away via the strikeout, but before, throws back to first, brings back Von Schlegel. So Von Schlegel on first, Bogenpol on third. There's 1 out. Bottom of the first with Cotuit up 2-0. The 3-2. Fouled straight back. Just getting a piece of it was West. So far this summer, West is batting a .243 average through 23 games. But he can work walks. He's got 19 of them. It's the most on the team. 1 pitch away from getting that here. Payoff. Just nubbed it. Foul. Wasn't a full swing that time from West. Stopped it with the knob of his bat, pointing directly into his chest, and just got a piece of it. Ball rolled foul. So we'll do it again. Payoff pitch to Dean West. Here it comes. Bouncing ball up to the mound. It ricochets off the glove of Chmielewski, and in comes Bogenpol from third, and Cotuit adds another. It's up 3-0 over Harwich.
That's just bad luck right there. I think if that doesn't hit Chmielewski, we know West, it'll be ruled a hit. Has speed, but that could have been 2. If that would have trickled past the mound and gone to the second baseman, DeCarlo, or even Marsh at short. Tonight, Cotuit's just off to a nice start. They've come to play. They've worked at bats. They've hit the ball hard. It feels like before you can blink, Gino, there's still 1 out, 2 on in the first, and I had to double take at the scoreboard. It's 3-0.
8 pitches in that at bat. Hunter Dilworth, the pitching coach for the Mariners, comes out from the dugout. The infield collapses. But like you talked about, there's 2 on right now, just 1 out. The double play ball is in effect. But you're also, I would imagine, just telling Chmielewski to settle down a little bit. He's experienced. Rising senior, he's been through this before. But he's got to find a way out. He's got to get out of this frame.
It's now the 5th hit of the inning.
Again, making his low park debut.
Here's Sean Martinez making his debut for Cotuit.
Boston College.
Boston College product, transferring there this coming year from St. Peter's. He gets set from the right side. First pitch from Chmielewski. Curveball just misses outside. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the first. Cotuit up 3-0 over Harwich. The 1-0. Outside.
This Cotuit team, although they struggle for record and are battling for a playoff spot, you start diving into their scores and their schedule a little bit. When they score runs, they come in bunches. They actually have a lot of mercy rule wins on the summer. If they lose, they sometimes get smoked, but very inconsistent and volatile.
The 2-0 hits the inner edge, strike 1.
I mean, earlier this month, an 11-1 win against Hyannis. They've scored double digits, if not given up double digits, in 5-6 games in this month.
2-1. This is high. It's always interesting how some teams play.
19-3 against Brewster. 16-9 against Wareham. 11-0 again against Hyannis, twice in the month.
Cotuit 5th on the Cape in runs scored this summer. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball from Chmielewski. Works the count full, just 1 out. Chmielewski in search of his first strikeout today. He's got 16 through 17 and 2/3 innings so far this summer. He kicks and deals. High for ball 4. That loads the bases for Cotuit.
16, the right fielder.
But you got to give a little bit of credit to Chmielewski. It's not like he's getting
number 16.
absolutely blown up. I mean, sure, right? He's given up 5 hits, 3 runs. But he's working a lot of these guys to a 2-strike count. He just can't finish the job.
Well, that's the issue. Doesn't matter if you get him into any count. If you can't shut the door, he's not doing his job.
You're right. Nolan Stevens from the left side. First pitch, hard hit line ball through the right side into the outfield. That's going to score Von Schlegel as Dean West puts on the brakes at third. So Cotuit adding another 4-0 Kettleers over the Mariners. We're not even through the first inning.
Yeah, this is one of those where you're not really seeing anything as we enter now the last hitter in the Kettleers lineup with just 1 out in the first. The bases stay loaded. We're yet to see an at-bat that it feels like Chmielewski has won, where he's bounced back, where he's changed something up and found success. I would not be surprised where you see another base hit or two, his day is over in the first inning.
Still just 1 out. Head to the 9-hitter, Tiger Tyson. First pitch inside to the right-hander.
Look back. Not saying it would have changed anything, but the first batter of the game, if that's 1 up, 1 down on just the second pitch of this game, you may think this inning goes a different direction.
There is action in the Mariner bullpen. Here's the 1-0. Misses high. Bases loaded, bottom of the first. The Kettleers have come rolling in this one. 4-0 over the Mariners. Harwich trying to get out of this frame. The 2-0 to Tyson. Popped him up on a jam shot over towards the Mariner dugout first base side. And it drops out of play. Kyle Wolf from first was hauling to see if that ball stayed in. If it did, he was going to make a play. But it just drops over the fence. 2 balls, 1 strike to Tyson. Lefty on righty. Here's the pitch. This is inside. Chmielewski a few times after missing the strike zone. He puts his glove right in front of his mouth. Not sure if he's letting out his frustration. He's back on the rubber. The 3-1. Foul tip straight back, right off the mask of Conti. Goes all the way to the backstop. And look out here, a race for that loose ball between the ball boys, and Cotuit takes it. Man, the Kettleers are beating the Mariners so far in everything right now, Luke.
You think their broadcasters are up there just dogging on us right now, too?
Could you imagine?
I mean, I could only imagine.
Payoff pitch. Popped up down the right field line. Jake Coonan over and makes the head-high grab for the second out. West tags up. He comes home from third. And the Kettleers up 5-0.
It's just a dominant start right here. Everything. Long at-bats, fighting off good pitches. 5 hits, now 5 runs. That's a huge out, number 2. You take the runner off third because he scores, but it's got to end here. The lineup has already turned over. It's now the leadoff man, Camden Johnson. But man, oh man, not the start you were looking for after a tough loss last night if you're Harwich.
I mean, you have to give credit, too. I mean, 5 RBIs as well.
So I'm saying the Mariners aren't just giving them to him. The walk.
They're bringing it.
The walk to Martinez, and it's the only walk in this inning. It's obviously one of many that Chmielewski wants back.
From the left side, it's Johnson. First pitch, roped down the right field line, down for a hit. Martinez rounds past third. He comes into home. Stevens puts on the brakes at third. And the Kettleers just keep bringing it. 6-0. Cotuit up over Harwich just in the bottom of the first. And that's going to send out the skipper, Steve Englert. So Chmielewski's day is over as the infield collapses on the mound. Giving up 6 runs, 7 hits. Man, oh man, you got to give credit to the Kettleers. They came out ready to go. Steve Englert shaking his head, looking at Chmielewski, gives him a pat on the rear end and sends him to the dugout. And so Englert will bring out a new arm out of the bullpen when we come back here on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else,
we welcome you back to Lowell Park. Not even through the first inning, and the Kettleers are up 6-0. 2 outs, bottom of the first, a pitching change. Josh Donegan comes in for Tom Chmielewski. Runners on second and third for the Kettleers. Righty on lefty, and up to bat is Ryan Farber. Had an RBI double his last time at the plate earlier this inning. First pitch, curveball misses high.
Mariners, and we know Steve Englert, they want to win. Everyone wants to win in summer ball, but you got to feel for Chmielewski a little bit. Came into this game with a 2.04 ERA and gave up so far 6 runs, recorded 2 outs. That can blow up your summer numbers.
1-0. Swing and a miss. You're right.
I mean, if you just look at the numbers now, they do not tell you the story summer that he has had as a Mariner. And there's still baseball to be played, pitches to be thrown, outings to be had in important playoff spots for Chewy. But this one hurts.
1-1. Called a strike. Curveball hits the inner bottom corner. But Chmielewski came into this one. 5 appearances, 2 starts, a 2.04 ERA, 17 2/3. Had a good last start against Bourne. Went 5 innings, gave up just 1 earned run. So 1-2, skips in the dirt. Conti knocks. A new ball will be dealt to the mound, but that's baseball, that's summer ball. One bad game can change your numbers. That's why when we talk to the players, coaches about statistics, a lot of them say that, you know, they don't want to hear it. They don't pay attention to it because, as the classic saying goes, numbers don't tell the full story. Here's the 2-2 to Farber. Misses well high. Conti shot up like a spring to haul it in. Had his arm all the way extended straight up to catch it. Works the count full. Runners on second and third. Kettleers up 6-0. Bottom of the first with 2 outs. Donegan trying to get out of this frame. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, the Mariners have their work cut out for them. Still plenty of baseball, but the Bats, they got to get going. There's no doubt about it. Down 6-0 here at Lowell Park. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
when you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it.
Or take it for a day at the beach. We can protect it. The Baldwin protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else,
the Mariner Bats have a tall task in front of them. Good thing for them, it's only the second inning. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino here at Lowell Park in Cotuit. Leading things off is Matt Conti from the right side. He shows bunt on the first pitch, takes it away. Fastball outside from Max Haug. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Mariners. Conti leading off, Sam DiCarlo on deck. Patrick Fultz in the hole. Mariners down 6-0 as the 1-0. A chopper to short, charging is Farber. He hauls it in at the ankles and slings out Conti at first. So that tees me up, Luke, to asking you, this Mariners team down 6-0.
Number 14.
In the first, they had just one hit, a double from Robbins, but it's a hot day, 90 degrees. Aside from beating around the bush, how do you keep playing if you're Steve Englert and crew?
Well, start is that you have Steve Englert in your dugout. He's going to be on these guys if the score was 12-0 Harwich or if they're down 6-0 like they are to Cotuit right now. He simply will not accept them giving up.
First pitch to the righty, DeCarlo, a high heater on the upstairs edge for strike one.
And this is an opportunity where the Mariners have been so solid this regular season that they're putting themselves in a spot that, heck, this could happen in the postseason. Use it as a way to learn, a way to bounce back.
The 0-1 off the curveball. DeCarlo pokes this one into left. Dean West waits underneath and makes the head-high grab.
And unlike a game where last night everybody's trying to run into one or be the difference and hit a solo home run out of the ballpark because that ended up being the difference. That's not the case tonight. You got to go up there and make Haug work, make every pitcher work. Just try and get on and pair that into the next guy. Keep that same mentality through the order, and you don't need all six back in the second inning. Get one here, two there, then an explosion.
First pitch to the lefty, Foltz jams it high into the air, right center, and Caden Bogenpole from center trotting over to his left makes the grab at the ear. 1-2-3 frame for the Mariners offense. They're still down 6-0. We head to the home half on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for.
A hot one here in Cotuit at Lowell Park. 90 degrees, sunshine filling up the ballpark. A beautiful day, but an ugly score if you're a Mariner fan. Down 6-0. We head to the home half of the second. Thanks for joining us on the Mariners Radio Network. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Ants Marino. 3-4-5 due up for the Kettleers. Caden Bogenpole leading things off, the center fielder. Gets set from the left side. Josh Donegan on the mound. First arm out of the bullpen for the Mariners. Already looking to the relievers after Tom Chmielewski with a little bit of an underwhelming performance. First pitch to Bogenpole, a swing and a miss. Chmielewski started the game, went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 7 hits, 6 earned runs, a walk, and no strikeouts. Here's the 0-1. Down the middle for strike 2. So Donegan from Long Beach got caught out of the bullpen. First batter faced in the last frame with 2 outs, struck out Farber and ended it. Trying to do that here, the 0-2. Pops it up foul, straight back.
Don't forget all the foul balls. Yours to keep.
Donegan, the last time
Rester.
he pitched for the Mariners was back on July 26, so 4 days ago. It was against Brewster. Pitched pretty well. He comes home with the 2-strike pitch. Just getting a piece of it was Bogenpole. He drilled it straight back off the backstop. In that game, Donegan was the second arm out of the bullpen. Went 3 innings, gave up just 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Righty on lefty. The 0-2. Just misses high and away. Bogenpole already today with an RBI single. He eventually scored what was the 3rd run of the day for Cotuit. The 1-2 from Donegan. Smash down the right field line and out of here. Jake Coonan didn't even go back towards the wall. That ball was murdered from Cade Bogenpole, and he did exactly that. Pulled it down the right field line and out of here into the woods that line the outfield here at Lowell Park. The Kettleers add salt to the wound, 7-0 over the Mariners.
There's a beatdown so far, Gino. It's every guy. It truly is. The only guy who has recorded, at least in the first inning, his first time up, a non-productive out, whether it was not a sacrifice, is the best hitter on this team, Jack Natilli. He's on deck.
First pitch to Von Schlegel, misses low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball hits the inside edge for strike 1. But Cotuit, my goodness, coming out ready to go. Bogenpole's 3rd home run this summer. 1-1. Curveball misses outside. 8th hit of the day by a Kettleer. Their 7th run. Here's the 2-1. Foul tip right at the shins of Conti, who crouches behind the dish. Ball rolls away from him along the first base side. But if you had no idea what the standings were, Luke, and I guess this is the joy and the curse of sports and summer ball, you would have no idea that Cotuit's fighting for a playoff spot right now, and the Mariners are just 1 point away from clinching. As the 2-2 lined over the third baseman, Foltz's head and down for a hit. I mean, sure, you can say, well, Cotuit's playing like they've got their backs against the wall. But from a domination standpoint, the Kettleers right now look like one of the best teams on the Cape.
But that's baseball, no matter what league, and especially in a league like this where it is the best of the best coming from all over the country. These teams are as good as advertised, and just because one's atop the standings, it may be they've had some better defense. They've had some better pitching for Harwich.
First pitch to the righty, Natilli. But when slider misses outside.
You start a ball game, it's as even as they come out here in the Cape, and that's the beauty of it. That's why guys want to come play out here. The games are often low scoring because of the pitching. But tonight, this start from Cotuit, look out.
The 1-0, this one a jam shot through the left side again off the ground ball. 3 straight hits in this frame. 10 hits already for Cotuit. Runners on first and second for the Kettleers. I don't think I've seen a Mariner beatdown as much as this game right now.
Pinch hitter Luke Lavin comes into the game.
So Lavin comes in for Dean West after an RBI single from West. Lavin from the left side. First pitch. Fouls it straight back.
This is one of those situations where Lavin's hitting under 200 for average on the summer. And the Kettleers skipper, Lauren Hibbs, is saying, I think everybody can get a hit today. Let's see if you can go out there and kind of get off the schneid a little bit this time of year. Lavin had a great year at Stanford. He's a tough power hitter.
The 0-1. Inside at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But right now, if you're Harwich, they've already made a defensive substitution. Sam DiCarlo's day is done. D. Kennedy now over there at second base. They're trying to switch things up. Makes you wonder, was that Steve Engler pulling DiCarlo out of the game after the mistake on the first play of the game?
1-1. Put out into the outfield. Nico Brini's got a beat. He makes the catch right in front of the track, and that sends Von Schlegel to third. First out of the frame, a fly out into deep right.
Boston College, the second baseman, number 14, Sean Martinez.
Here's Sean Martinez.
Pacino, even the outs. Loud contact.
That's right.
Into the gaps. Brini is on his horse out there just to track these balls down.
Martinez walked and eventually scored his last time at the plate. Runners on the corners for Cotuit. Up 7-0 in the bottom of the second. Pitch outside. And that's the thing about Cotuit. They are not being fooled by some of these pitches on the outside. They are waiting for strikes. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss.
They've been so patient, you're right. And when they've gotten the pitches center cut, they've mashed them.
They've made the most of them. Cotuit with the third most walks this summer. That just goes to show how patient they are in the box. It's time called. Eye contact violation from Donegan. As Chuckerman resumes play. The 1-1. Foul tip. So 2 strikes to Martinez. The Mariners looking for any sort of momentum right now. Down 7-0. Bottom of the second. Here's the 1-2. Just misses outside. Another good take. But for a selfish reason, you talk about, we just had that conversation not too long ago, Luke. In a game like this, it's 90 degrees. Playoffs right around the corner. You're getting blown out early in this game. What's the motivation as the 2-2 comes home? Misses low off the curveball. What's the motivation? From a selfish perspective, you can say, scouts might look at you a little bit more if they see in a blowout, all of a sudden you're starting to put things together. You're trying to rally your team together.
You're talking defensively. Tanner Marsh has been doing that at short.
Payoff pitch, called, strike 3. So for the second time today, a Kettleer goes down via the K. Low fastball that time. Martinez watched it all the way.
But let's not act like 7 runs in the second inning is 15.
You're right.
You'd rather it happen in the first and second inning than the 7th and 8th.
That's a good point.
So I think when you talk about the selfish reasons, and I like that you went there, this is a moment where if Harwich goes on and loses in the first round of the playoffs, you might look back on. If they win the whole thing, you might look back on it. Remember when it was 95 at Lowell Park and we were down 7 before you could blink?
First pitch to the lefty, Stevens pops him up foul territory. Matt Conti sprinting over towards the dugout for Cotuit, and it drops into the dugout. But that's the hustle right there.
But what I'm saying is you'll look back on it and say, well, now we're down in the postseason if it's a big deficit. I remember the last time we were down this much. Well, you think Lowell Park, Cotuit, a beatdown. Well, we rolled over and quit, so we have no chance tonight. On the alternative, you keep grinding tonight. You get a couple guys on, a couple walks, a couple breaks go your way like they have for Cotuit. You run into one with runners on. You may still lose the game,
but you got to make it a fight.
8-6. But it's, hey, we grinded and proved that we can hang around with anyone no matter the start.
The 0-1 to Stevens. This is low.
It starts on the pitcher's mound now.
100%.
You got to throw strikes. You got to stay competitive. If these bats beat you up, then sometimes in a league like this, you got to tip your cap and say, on to tomorrow, on till the next time. But whoever's in for the time being, got to grind.
Locate the zone. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first. Tilly back with his right foot first. So 1-2 the count to Stevens. Donegan 1 pitch away from getting out of this frame. 7-0, the Kettleers lead over the Mariners. Home half of the second as Chuckerman calls time. Stevens adjusts all of his equipment, his gloves, his helmet, and now he resumes play. Here's the 1-2. Down the middle for strike 3. Well, there you go. We just talked about it. The pitchers on the mound, they've got to be dealing strikes. And Donegan did just that. The last two batters face back-to-back strikeouts. But the Mariners still have a big task ahead of them. Down 7-0, but plenty of baseball left to be played, so you want to stick around, see if the Mariners can pull off an upset here at Lowell Park. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on Cat's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team.
Welcome back into Lowell Park. A beatdown early. The Cotuit Kettleers have come to play at home. They scored 6 in the first. They had another one on a solo shot in the second and lead 7-zip. As it's just about time to start the top of the third. It's 8-9-1 due up for Harwich. The starter, Max Haug, staying out there. He's given up just 1 hit on the Aiden Robbins 2-out double in the first. But man, oh man, Gino, we haven't seen a start like this, I'd like to say, all summer.
You're right. Still plenty of baseball left to be played. I'd like to see how the Mariners respond. I'm not saying you have to score 13, right? A win would be nice, absolutely, but at the bare minimum, I want to see an attempt to come back in this game.
Well, it starts with getting on, and Kyle Wolf has done that all summer. A righty-righty matchup with the starter Haug. Haug, a fastball, changeup, slurve combination. Just 3 pitches, but he's done well this summer. A 4.34 ERA in 18 innings. First pitch, a fastball upstairs, 1-0. Plenty of worse places to be on a Wednesday afternoon than Lowell Park. The stadium designed strictly for Cotuit Kettleer baseball. One of the only ones like that in the Cape Cod Baseball League. The Mariners share White House Field with obviously the local high school. So many others like that. Red Wilson Field at YD. That's YD's regional high school field as well.
I love the spray paint. They've got the Cotuit logo right behind home plate. Chatham does it as well. It looks so nice.
Back-to-back balls low. Move the count to 3-0 to Kyle Wolf. Kunin on deck. That's what we're talking about, Gino. Just got to try and get guys on, grind out at bats. The Mariners went down in order in the second inning. And you looked at me in between the commercial break and said, was that 30 seconds or 32 seconds? The 3-0 is right down the middle. So Haug is on the board with a fastball, 3-1.
And that's what I get, right? You know, a ground out, 2 flyouts, you're down. At that time, it was 6-0. You know, why not try and work these at-bats a little bit more? I mean, it seemed like the Mariners were making contact on the second pitch they saw and just running into it.
Here's the 3-1. In the dirt low, a leadoff walk for Harwich, down by 7 to start the third inning. Kyle Wolf is aboard. But I want to ask you, a guy like Haug, you dive into the numbers a little bit. 18 2/3 so far in the Cape, innings pitched. He struck out 19 and walked just 5. So another thing you want to stay consistent to is the scouting report. And this is a guy who throws a lot of strikes, a lot of first pitch strikes. So you would like to think that Harwich is going up there ready to hit.
Sure, I like that. But I also think you can work these a little bit more, treat them with a little bit more attention, you can say.
Coonan bounces one foul into the Cotuit dugout.
A little bit more of an importance with each at-bat.
Harwich coming off a loss last night, still have won 8 of their last 10 games. It's coming now, the end of July. Throw over to first, Wolf back in time. Coonan in a 0-1 count, but this is the time you got to go. 36th game of the summer. Counting this one, just 5 left on 5 consecutive nights. Another throw over goes into right field. Kyle Wolf is up running to second. He's thinking about third. He's trying for third. The big fella's rumbling, stumbling, and in there standing. So Wolf puts himself in scoring position on the throwing air from the pitcher Max Haug. And Harwich looks to get on the board here from a Cotuit mistake.
Aggressive base running. But you're right, Luke. You talked about the earlier part of this inning. It starts with getting on. It starts on the mound, and then it starts also with you got to get on. Got to get aboard.
This is exactly what you were looking for Cotuit. If you're Lauren Hibbs, their manager, just in his first summer on the Cape, you're scratching your head. No need to check on Wolf. He's not stealing a base. The 0-1 popped up, infield fly. Coming in from second is Sean Martinez. He loses his hat but has the baseball, 1 down in the third. At-bats like that, that's what's going to make or break this Harwich team. It seems like nothing. Down by 7 here in the top of the third on the road in a blowout game already. But executing with runners in scoring position, doing your job, and especially at the bottom of the order.
I think this game is going to serve almost as, I don't want to say a wake-up call, but almost like a realization that the Mariners, they've got a bullseye on their backs.
Absolutely. First
Top
pitch
team.
to Marsh. Skied in the air down the right field line. Shallow right field. The second baseman Martinez on this one again. Catches it on the line. Wolf tries to come home. Quickly retreats. And back-to-back unproductive outs with nobody out and a runner at third. The Mariners. It's getting worse right now, Gino.
Number 4, Nico Greeny.
Yeah. I mean, just not a whole lot to say about it. But to go with what I was saying earlier, you got to come into every game and be ready to go because teams, regardless of what their records say or what their numbers say, they are coming at you and they are going to throw their best pitchers at you. They're going to throw their best lineups, best orders, best everything.
First pitch to Brini, up and away with the fastball, 1-0.
I mean, take yesterday, for example. We saw maybe 2 of the best pitchers on the Cape go at the Mariners, Noshinsky and Murdoch.
You're right.
Not to mention D.C. Brown and one of the top relievers on the Cape as well.
Here's the 1-0. Up and away, 2 balls and no strikes.
So teams are going to throw their best stuff at the top team, and rightfully so. So the Mariners have to be ready in all scenarios, in every game, from here on out.
And it's funny the position that Harwich is in, 2-0. Check swing. Pitch was a strike anyway, 2-1. Because Harwich only won 2 games in the month of July last summer and won the entire Cape Cod Baseball League. So if you just look at it from the approach of, oh, the defending champs are on top, that's not how it was last summer.
You're right.
2-1, popped up. Skied towards left field, coming in quickly is Dean West. He calls everybody else off and makes the catch. So after a leadoff walk and a throwing error, putting Kyle Wolf on third base, the Mariners pop up 3 consecutive times and do not score a run. It's 7-0 Kettleers. We head to the bottom of the third on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Welcome back to Lowell Park in Cotuit. It has been nothing but Kettleers so far. They lead the Mariners 7-0. It's time for the bottom of the third. It'll be 9-1-2 for Cotuit. That's Tyson, Johnson, and Farber. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. We welcome you into the Mariners Radio Network. First pitch, a fastball down the middle from Josh Donegan, 0-1. Donegan came into this game with 2 outs in the first inning. And since then, given up 3 hits, a solo home run, 1 run. The 0-1's fouled straight back. He gets ahead 0-2. But I was impressed because in the second inning, it was a home run and then back-to-back singles. Runners were put at the corners after a 1-out fly-out from Luke Lavin. And he fanned back-to-back batters to get out of the inning, giving up just 1. He's ahead of Tagger Tyson, 0-2. The pitch. Right on the outside corner, got him looking. He went to the slider. He missed a little bit high, or at least higher than he would have liked to have the off-speed pitch, but it clips the strike zone, and that's now 3 consecutive strikeouts from Donegan.
Also 3 looking strikeouts. So some good stuff out of the bullpen arm for the Mariners. But, you know, we talked about the last frame. If the Mariners want to get back in this game, it's got to start on the mound. And so far, Donegan's been doing just that. He's been doing his part.
Here's the top of the order. Cam Johnson, 2 for 2 today, a single, an RBI double in the second. He's headed to Oklahoma this coming fall. First pitch. A strike on the lower portion of the zone, 0-1. It's also an element when we talk about these pitchers coming in down by 7. You don't have much to lose, and then you look at it, heck, their ERA. They do care what their numbers look like here. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Element to speeding the game up a little bit. This is the earliest game on Cape Cod today by a landslide. The rest of the games start closer to 6, even 7 o'clock tonight. This one, first pitch was at 4:30. A steamer of a day in Cotuit. The 0-2. Skied towards left field. It takes Robbins back a little bit. Now he's underneath and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the third. And that's what Donegan's done. He's speeding the game up a little bit. He's throwing strikes. He's attacking. He's pitching with confidence. And that's easier said than done when you're down 7-0 against a team where everybody has been productive and it feels like everybody has an extra base hit.
Yeah, and the same can be said about Cotuit. After a really hot start, they're looking to go up there and keep that confidence. They're swinging at pitches maybe they wouldn't normally swing at. That time, Johnson popped up on a high heater.
First pitch to Farber is murdered down the right field line. It takes Coonan back to the track. He jumps and snags it right over his head. He made that look easy, but Coonan was playing back on the pole side of the left-handed hitter and leaped up and snagged that one. That easily was extra bases if it got past him. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the third. The Mariners trail 7-0. We head to the fourth on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financing journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it.
We have played 3 innings at Lowell Park here in Cotuit. We welcome you into the Mariners Radio Network. It's the Kettleers 7 and the Mariners nothing. A blowout so far, but Harwich an opportunity with 3, 4, and 5 due up to start the 4th to try and cut into the lead. Max Haug, the starter, stays out there on the rubber. He's given up just 1 hit tonight and really set the tone in this ball game, Gino.
You're right. And it seems like a lot of the success from teams on the Cape come down to starting pitchers. If you have a starter that goes out there and does really well, obviously that gives a ton of momentum to the rest of your team.
First pitch to Robbins, inside with the fastball, 1-0.
So a major emphasis in all the games this summer is going to come down to who are you starting and is your starter going to have a good game?
1-0. Smack towards left. Coming in is Dean West. He lets it fall. A leadoff base hit. Robbins is 2 for 2 in this one. He's aboard to start the 4th. That brings up Kennedy.
The talk right now around Aiden Robbins is that he is one of, if not the best hitters, best players on the Cape. And rightfully so. I mean, even in a blowout, when you talk about Max Haug and how well he's doing, Robbins got 2 hits against him.
Here's Kennedy. Haug working from the stretch, a righty-righty matchup. First pitch. Fastball right down Broadway, 0-1. Haug doesn't mess around. He's consistent. Pitches his style, just 3 pitches, a lot of fastballs, a lot of strikes. Stands at 6'4", a thin guy as well, just 200 pounds, the 0-1. That's inside and hit Kennedy. He looks like he wore that one a little bit more than the ticker on the radar gun says so. 75 miles per hour, that was the slurve, but caught him right on the hip bone near the belt. First and second for Harwich, nobody out. In the top of the 4th, here's Matt Conti. Before Conti, there will be a mound visit for the Kettleers. Gino, this is what we're talking about. You got to get base runners. You had Wolf get on with a leadoff walk in the 3rd. He got to 3rd with nobody out on a pickoff move error from Haug. The Mariners don't score him. So that was a situation where we were looking at each other on the scoreboard. Well, here we go. A sac fly, a ground ball. The infield was playing back. You can get on the board here. Kind of wake up a little bit.
Yeah.
And you don't. 3 straight weak flyouts. This is now an opportunity where you're not running out of time. It's the top of the 4th, but it's time to insert yourself into this ball game for Harwich.
It's got to start somewhere, and it's got to start at a certain time, right? I mean, why not now? But you're right. I mean, this is where you got to make the most of it. I like that D. Kennedy didn't jump out of the way of that pitch. Usually some of these guys, they'll jump out of the way trying to avoid getting hit, but that time Kennedy, I'm not sure if that was what he was looking to do, but he stood tall in the box, wore it off the waist, and took a spot on first.
Here's Conti. He had the only Harwich RBI last night. It was an RBI knock that came in the 8th inning. It cut a 2-0 lead in half. It was just too little too late from the Mariners. Steele Murdoch, the closer for Orleans, shut the door in the 8th and 9th inning. First pitch to Conti. Outside with the fastball, 1-0. So Haug starting to yank it a little bit. Been all over the zone the last couple of batters. Still scoreless, just 2 hits. First and second, nobody out. In the top of the 4th, the Mariners down 7-0 on the road. The 1-0 popped him up. Another jam shot, high fly ball. This one's to right field. Stevens avoids the sun, makes the catch in shallow right center. And there's the first out of the fourth. The amount of those that we've seen tonight coming off the bat of Mariners, not common. One out, first and second. Here is Ernie Echeverria, his first game today as a Mariner. Excuse me, it's actually Josh Donegan, the pitcher for Harwich. He is coming in for an at-bat here. Echeverria was called in today to be the Mariners' new second catcher. And we have not had the chance to meet him, so I randomly assumed that that was Echeverria. This is Donegan. He has 4 strikeouts in relief tonight, has pitched well, and now he's getting an at-bat here. The 0-1. Downstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. So he's pinch hitting for Sam DiCarlo. That's cool to see. You would like to think that Donegan has played some form of offensive baseball in his career, the 1-1. Right on the outside corner with a fastball. Donegan, a pitcher himself, he wants that call moving forward. Shakes his head, but a slight grin. He's behind 1-2.
Okay, so so D. Kennedy was listed as the DH today.
1-2 outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So since he got moved into second, that means the pitcher has to hit. So that's why Donegan is hitting right now.
Well, fair enough. A 2-ball, 2-strike count with first and second and 1 out. Donegan, a right-handed hitter. Haug comes home. Swinging a foul down the right field line. That swing doesn't look bad to me, Gino.
It doesn't.
I mean, how fitting would that be? A pitcher in a game where you're down 7-0 in the 4th inning has an opportunity to bring home the first run for the Mariners. Just 2 hits tonight for Harwich. Both of them coming from the man Aiden Robbins on second base. The 2-2. Donegan laid off a pitch in the dirt. A roar on the nice take from the Mariners dugout. And the count runs full.
I will say, this is something that could get a lot of momentum. If Donegan reaches or can get a hit, I mean, this would be something that the Mariners can rally behind.
Patrick Foltz on deck. We'll see if Haug challenges the other pitcher, Donegan. The payoff pitch. Swinging a weak grounder to first. To second in time. That was a close play. Von Schlegel threw over to second trying to beat D. Kennedy, and it was a little bit of a lollipop. So Donegan reaches. He takes first base. Kennedy out at second, and Robbins advances to third. Runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Interesting play there.
It's the right play, though. It was a risky play. It's a long throw. That ball was hit softly right down the line. But you take out another runner in scoring position rather than just tagging the base and then throwing over, because it's a tag play at that point, and you have no chance.
Right.
But an opportunity for Patrick Foltz to record his first RBI of the summer. Just his second start. He started last night, reached base twice, had a base hit as well. First pitch. Fouled down the left field line, 0-1. Maybe this isn't great for the Mariners because Donegan is in the beating sunlight at first base as a base runner. And the way he's going in relief, you would like to think that he's going to go back out there again to pitch.
Right. This looks solid.
Harwich down 7-0. The 0-1. Foltz stays away from a pitch well outside the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Donegan at first. Aiden Robbins at third. 2 down in the top of the 4th. Kyle Wolf on deck if we get there. Harwich back in their road baby blue uniforms, a staple of the league this summer. The 1-1. Smashed back. Foul ball. 1-2. Foltz knows he missed that one. A center cut fastball at 90 miles an hour. He turns around, looks at the dugout. The on-deck hitter, Kyle Wolf, kind of grimaces a little bit. One was in on the hands, or he caught it lower on the cylinder, if you will, and is now in a 2-strike count. Here's the 1-2. Outside, the count's even. Left-handed hitter pumps the bat twice, and now gets set. 2-2. Up and away. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Donegan will be on the move as the runner at first base in a 2-out situation. Robbins at third. Harwich trying to just get some life, a little bit of momentum, trying to work their way back into this ball game. A hit here would be a start. The payoff pitch. Popped him up. Dead center field. Caden Bogenpole dodges the sun, makes the head-high catch at the shoulders for the 3rd out of the inning. So after a leadoff base hit and a hit batsman, the Mariners strand 2 and are still shut out. It's 7-0. We go to bottom 4 on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light.
Welcome back to Cotuit, a steamer, a hot one here on Wednesday afternoon, trying to wrap up the month of July with a win for Harwich. And they haven't looked too hot. Coming off a loss last night, 2-1 against Orleans. Not many similarities in this one. They're down 7-0 in the bottom of the 4th. We welcome you into the Mariners Radio Network alongside Gino Antamarino. I'm Luke Brenneman. It's 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Kettleers. At this point, they're just trying to add to their lead. Caden Bogenpole digs in. He's 2 for 2, has an RBI single and a solo home run. He's done some damage tonight. Donegan stays out there. First pitch, fastball upstairs, 1-0.
At the end of the day, I'm not sure if there's the have a hit. Love to hear that here at Cotuit. It's a staple, Luke. You're squinting your eyes like you don't understand.
Tired. The 1-0 is high, 2 balls and no strikes.
But to all the fans out there that, we actually ran into a few fans earlier today that said, it's never a good thing to go into the postseason on a roll. So you know what? This might not be a bad thing.
The 2-0. Down the middle. Donegan on the board with the first strike of the inning. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bogenpole has done damage tonight. A righty-lefty matchup. You never want to be one of those guys, though, in my opinion.
What,
I sure hope we're not on a win streak so that when we lose, we can blame it on the win streak. 2-1. Ball high, 3-1 to Bogenpole.
It does seem like that's what typically happens, though, right? Take the Mariners last summer, for example. Struggling in the month of July, end up winning the whole thing. Vice versa.
Here's the 3-1. Skied down the left field line. The third baseman, Fultz, is called off by the shortstop, Tanner Marsh. He makes the catch, 1 down. Seen all kinds of pop-ups tonight in the infield. A lot coming from the Mariners. So Harwich able to get one there. Donegan has done a nice job. But back to your point. I think if you asked all of these guys, would you rather be slumping, struggling as a team? And you know what that means. That means they're struggling in the lineup. They're struggling seeing balls and strikes. They're struggling to throw strikes. You don't want to do that.
Sure.
First pitch to Von Schlegel. Down and away, 1-0.
But I feel like you also don't want to be on this massive tear.
Why not? You have all the momentum.
Because then you have games like this where teams are going all out against you.
1-0's on the outside corner, 1-1. Well, I don't know. If you ask me, I wouldn't want to win a championship knowing teams are going into the game saying, hey, these guys might not be as good as another team.
Hey, let me say this. Championship's a championship, regardless of how you get it.
What if it's in the bubble? The 1-1 is pounded into right center field. Takes Jake Coonan back. He looks up, and one hops against the wall, down for extra bases. Von Schlegel's thinking about three. He's headed to third. The throw to third in time. Coonan to Kennedy all the way to third, and Patrick Foltz gunned down Zan Von Schlegel and take away extra bases. 2 outs in the fourth.
Love that. Love that from the Mariners. It's good stuff.
The ball was hit into the alley in right center field. It was just feet away from being enough for a home run. And Coonan read it perfectly off the wall. He barehanded it to the relay man, Kennedy. Kennedy's playing second. He hasn't been there at all this summer and was in position to throw it all the way to third base on a laser to Foltz. The Mariners stealing out. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the fourth. Natilli, the catcher, first pitch swinging. Popped up down the right field line, drifts out of play, and that's foul. 0-1. Plays like that, you can draw from those. We've seen the Mariners be solid defensively in double play situations, especially plays in the infield. Brini has made a couple fantastic plays in center on the dive. We saw one from Robbins last night. But the relay, that looks solid, and that's not even your everyday second baseman as the cutoff guy, Kennedy. 0-1, a wave and a miss. Donegan ahead of Natilli, 0-2.
Well, actually, Kennedy was over there, but it was actually Marsh, the one that made the throw. But I say that to say that he has been, in my opinion, the best defender for the Mariners today. It seems like he has been that anchor point in the infield.
2-strike pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. A gorgeous curveball fans Jack Natilli, and an unconventional 1-2-3-4, if you will. The Mariners stealing out on a Von Schlegel double. Donegan fans his 5th of the day, and we head to the 5th. It's Cotuit 7, Harwich 0 on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts.
We welcome you back here to Lowell Park in Cotuit. Time for the top of the fifth. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Mariners down 7-0. 8-9-1 due up for the Mariners to try and kickstart some offense. It's Kyle Wolf from the right side. Max Haug in his fifth inning of work kicks and fires the first pitch. A slider on the outside for strike one. All right, well, the conversation that surrounds us right now between us and the media interns for the Harwich Mariners, going to the zoo on a first date, yay or nay, as the second pitch misses low?
Well, is the question just yes or no, or is it are there better places to go for a first date?
I look to the crowd. What's the what are we specifying
sounding like
here?
It's a yes or no question. Like, does it work or not?
Here's the 1-1 to Wolf. Fastball misses inside at the waist. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the fifth.
I mean, a guy like you
I'm
go on
gonna
a
say no.
lot of dates. So
Okay. I'm gonna a lot of hanging out with friends, you could say. As the 2-1 comes home from Wolf, he fouls it straight back. I'm gonna say no. First date to the zoo. I mean, sure, yes, if you're in elementary school, but I mean, come on.
whoa.
What are we
so
doing?
now you're knocking people who go to the zoo
On a
above
first
the age
date?
of 12 years old?
Yeah, what are you? You're gonna push the kids out of the way from seeing the giraffes? Like, what's the point here? Here's the 2-2 to Wolf. Line to second base off the first hop. Martinez goes down to both knees. It scoots away from him, but he picks it up and barehands it to first. What a play from the second baseman for Cotuit.
That's how you do it right there. You keep it in front on a ball hit that hard. He didn't try and lay it or just pick it with his glove. He wore it against the chest and then stayed with it. Wolf doesn't run very well. Had just enough time to get him.
Here's the 9-hitter, Jake Coonan. There's one away, top of the fifth. Mariners down 7-0. Coonan from the right side. Touches home with his bat and raises it over his right shoulder. He gets set for the first pitch. Here it comes. Bopped him up, foul, straight back. Okay, so what about you? Do you think that's a good spot to go?
Yeah, I think so. You're outside. The zoo's a cool place. I think the culture at zoos are
well, Cincinnati's got a cool zoo, right?
A great zoo.
Great zoo. Pittsburgh's got a good zoo too, but I've never been to the one in Cincinnati.
I mean,
but
it's
that's what they're
hypocritical.
known for.
I don't
right?
really go to the zoo very much.
The 0-1. Curveball misses low.
But for a guy like me, the biggest thing I'm looking for on a first date is a situation where you can get to know the person but not have to talk too much.
I feel like that defeats the purpose of a first date. A first date's like we're going to get to know each other. As the 1-1, this one's put out into shallow left, down for a hit. Jake Coonan reaches for the first time today. Just the third hit by a Mariner in this one. The second by a Mariner other than Aiden Robbins. So with one out top of the fifth, a base runner for Harwich. Back to the top of the order we go. It's Tanner Marsh. A first date is where you get to know the person.
Right, but it's like, do you want to go get a scoop of ice cream so that if I don't like you or don't want to get to know you anymore, I eat it and it's over with?
That's a good point. You don't
go
want to be
to
stranded. I get what you're saying. First pitch to the righty Marsh.
I mean, you come to Lowell
is
Park,
inside.
it's 7-0. You got a lot of baseball left. I mean, you're in trouble. It's sweaty.
You're right.
It's hot. Food here. Nothing's really popping out on the menu.
Here's the 1-0. Curveball hits the bottom edge for strike one. We talked about on the drive up here that we were going to explore Cotuit a little bit. Maybe. You don't seem thrilled with that.
Cotuit's a great place. People here are fantastic.
Here's the 1-1 to Marsh. Off the high heat, popped up in foul territory, down the first base side and out of play. A gentleman with some wicked hair. I mean, down to his shoulders. That's pretty nice.
That
almost
might
made a catch.
be Hugo Boss. I mean, he's wearing the Boss T-shirt. She's undercover at a Cape League game.
Oh, geez, Luke, you crack me up. One thing's for certain, I could be stranded anywhere with you, man. The 1-2 to Marsh, lined foul the other way.
Well, it's starting to look like we're stranded here right now.
That might be Hugo Boss. That
I will say
that's an all-timer from you.
I want to go back to the people of Cotuit. The fans are fantastic. The ballpark is wonderful. You got to think that it's been community support to put this place in. There's youngsters everywhere. And the people, including their interns, have been spectacular to us. They got us a tent here on such a hot, sunny day.
You're right. The 1-2 to Marsh. Misses inside, right at the elbows. Marsh took a step back, evens the count up at 2 apiece with Coonan on first. Top of the 5th, Mariners down by 7. But you're right, the Cotuit interns, everybody here has been spectacular. Here's the 2-2. This one's poked down the right field line, and a base hit for Marsh. Coonan stays put at second. And just like that, the Mariners starting to put something together here. In the top of the 5th, with Marsh on first, Coonan on second, just one out. Down by 7. And here's Nico Brini.
That's now the 3rd consecutive inning for Harwich to have at least one runner in scoring position with 0 or 1 out. And that's been Cotuit's issue all summer. When you look at them having a record below 500, yes, the Mariners have 4 hits, not great, but it's inning number 5. We've seen worse. They had 2 going into the 8th last night. But you got to string them together. So now you got 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Now you need the gapper. Now you need the walk and then the gapper. And Harwich has not seen that tonight.
Well, someone to get that would be Nico Brini as he gets that from the left side. 13 RBIs this summer. 2nd most on the team. Dangles the black-collared bat between his legs and lifts it over his left shoulder. Howell comes home. Brini pokes it straight back. Foul ball. Brini today, a ground out and a fly out. Yesterday, underwhelming performance against Orleans. Went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. He gets set for the next pitch. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. A pitch right on the outside lower corner. And just like that, Brini looking to protect. 0-2 the count, top of the 5th. Mariners down by 7. Runners on 1st and 2nd. The 0-2. Outside. Good take from Brini. Looked like he was ready to pull that bat around, but held off. Beautiful day here in Cotuit. 84 degrees, sunny, a breeze blowing out in towards left center. Here's the 1-2. Poked foul. Just getting a piece of it was Brini. He taps it down the 3rd base line over towards the Kettleers dugout.
One thing about Nico is no matter what the score is, he's proven that he plays as hard as he possibly can in every situation.
That's the mentality that Steve Angler loves coaching. 1-2. A jam shot into right, sprinting forward is Stevens. He makes the grab, throws to second. Marsh touches up, slides into second. He's safe. Rather, Brini is safe at first. Stevens couldn't get there in time. It drops. So that loads the bases for the Mariners.
It was just a little bit of a flare on the pole side to Stevens in right, and it forced Marsh to wait up in between 1st and 2nd. And what that did was allow Stevens to field it on one hop and rifle a throw into 2nd. Marsh beat that by less than a second.
A bang-bang play loads the bases with just 1 out. So out comes Lauren Hibbs, the manager for Cotuit, and that will be Max Haug's day. Mariners down 7-0, but Aiden Robbins up to bat. As Cotuit goes to the bullpen for the first time today, we'll see if the Mariners can cash in a big spot. Down by 7. They can really fight their way back in this game. But first, we take a break on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery.
A big moment here at Lowell Park. The Mariners trailing by 7. Top of the 5th. But Harwich has the bases loaded with Aiden Robbins, already 2 for 2 on the day, up to bat. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. A new arm for the Kettleers after Max Haug started, went 4 1/3, gave up 5 hits, no earned runs, a walk. But the most impressive thing, even though the Mariner bats have not been that solid today, Harwich yet to go down off a strikeout so far in today's game. But runners on first, second, and third, as I said, all of Haugs' responsibility. Dylan Scudder on the mound trying to get out of this bind. In his 8th appearance this summer, has gone for a total of 9 1/3, has given up 6 hits, no earned runs, 5 walks, and 7 strikeouts. As Robbins gets set from the right side. Righty on righty. First pitch. Misses outside. Aiden Robbins can really come back in this game, I should say, for his team. Down 7-0 with the bases loaded. Here's the 1-0. Misses high.
This is the situation that you can only dream of if you're Harwich when you're down by 7. You got the bases juiced. Yeah, there's 1 out, but you're not looking for a sac fly. Robbins in a 2-ball count, I'd be taking.
Robbins with 11 RBIs this summer. This one's pulled down the third baseline. Fair ball. That's going to bring in Coonan from third. Marsh hauls around third. He's home as well. 2-run score for the Mariners on an 2 RBI double from Aiden Robbins.
And when is this guy not delivering? It's also in the biggest moments when they need him. He's the only Mariner that it really feels like has shown up tonight. Now 3 for 3, 2 doubles. And that's what Harwich needed. They need a whole lot more, 7-2. But still 2 in scoring position, just 1 out. You got the RBI king up to bat and D. Kennedy. That's how you get back into a game right there, Gino.
Got to give it up to Aiden Robbins. He continues to cement himself as one of, if not the top hitter on the Cape. D. Kennedy from the right side, just 1 out, 2 in scoring position. First pitch. Misses. Rather a late call that time from the home plate umpire, Michael Chukerman. Called a strike on the top part of the zone. Righty on righty. Kennedy so far 0 for 1. Got plunked by a pitch back in the 4th. Here's the 0-1. Fouled down the third base line.
I like that you brought up the aspect of Robbins being maybe the best player in the Cape, because what do the really good standout players do? Well, A, they make you come to a game just to watch them. That's how good they are. And for Robbins, B, when nothing else is going his team's way, he's shown up, he's 3 for 3, the bases are loaded, the biggest spot of the night for Harwich to get back in it, and he has arrived. Now it's the same for Kennedy. It's his turn.
The 0-2. Breaking ball misses low. But that's the definition of clutch. That's the definition of being a leader. Aiden Robbins, night in and night out, proves to be just that. Here's the 1-2 to Kennedy. Misses high.
Just continue to take it at bat, pitch by pitch at a time. And Harwich has the bats. They have the talent to string together hits, Gino. That's what it's going to take.
Kennedy with 18 RBIs this summer, top 4 on the Cape. Can add to that total here with 2 in scoring position. Here's the 2-2. Check swing, called a strike right on the outside edge. And so that puts away Kennedy, the second out of the frame.
Catcher from Wake Forest, number 8, Matt.
Just another one of those spots, Gino, especially after the 2 RBI double, where, yeah, you're still down by 5. You need a base hit. You would like one to score 2, but you got to drive in a run in that situation. You have to keep
Got to put
your
in the
foot
outfield
on the gas a little bit and bring home Breeny from third. To strike out looking is unacceptable.
First pitch to Conti. Spiked foul right over the Kettleers dugout. 0-1 the count. Conti 0 for 2 today. Coming into this game on a 3-game hitting streak. The wind starting to pick up here at Lowell Park. Pushing out towards left center. The 0-1. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Matt Conti. Mariners down 7-2. Top of the 5th. Robbins on second after a 2 RBI double. Breeny on third. The 1-1. Whistles high and tight. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sam Harris pinch hitting for a whole slew of Mariners who've batted in that 6th spot today. Previously, it was the pitcher Josh Donegan. Before that, it was Sam DeCarlos. The 2-1, high and tight again. Conti had to jump out of the way. Conti looks over at us, shakes his head. That was a close one. 3 balls, 1 strike. With 2 outs, top of the 5th. Runners on second and third. The 3-1. Called a strike right on the inside bottom corner.
It's a big spot here for Harwich. You know, you go down, you end the inning, you feel still way out of this game, down by 5. If Conti can get a hit or just get on and extend this inning, you're 1 hit away from being right back in it.
The payoff. Misses high, ball 4. Well done, Matt Conti.
Pitch hitting for the pitcher.
So here's Sam Harris.
Sam Harris.
So Sam DeCarlos started today in the 6th spot as the second baseman. But then D. Kennedy, the designated hitter, took his spot at second. But since Kennedy's already in the order as the DH, that means the pitcher has to hit. So Josh Donegan had an at-bat the last time he came up, a fielder's choice, and now it's Sam Harris.
Huge spot for a guy who's been struggling, pulled out of the starting lineup. Can really earn a lot of respect in this dugout right here.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, the pitch. Flared foul. Sam Harris has gone down off the strikeout several times this summer. 23 in the last 18 games. Someone that's trying to snap out of it, find himself into a groove. Now would be that perfect moment. The 0-1 comes home. High and away. Steve Englert calls out from the dugout, says, "Come on, Sammy," as he adjusts his leg guard on his front right foot. 1-1 the count with 2 outs, bases loaded for the Mariners. Top of the 5th, Harwich down by 5 to Cotuit. Dylan Scudder on the mound, righty on lefty. 1-1. right on the outside edge with the breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harris takes a deep breath, taps home with his black-collared bat, and now digs in. Scudder trying to get out of this frame. The 1-2. Hard hit ground ball, first base side. Schlegel is there to glove it after a couple of skips right by his ear as he crouched over, and he touches first for the 3rd out. Wow. I thought Harris was going to get that ball into the outfield, but you got to give credit to Von Schlegel. He was over on that line, made a nice fielding play, and leaves the bases, all 3 of them, stranded. Aiden Robbins with a double, 2 RBIs in that frame. Mariners cut the deficit to just 5. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on Cat's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it. Offering 0% for 60 months on Cat's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too.
New man on the mound for the Mariners. We welcome you back to Lowell Park in Cotuit. Time now for the home half of the 5th with Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. Josh Donegan, his day is over after going 3 1/3, 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 5 strikeouts. A solid performance from the Long Beach State product. Here's Ryan Reich, the right-hander. First pitch to the lefty, Lavin. This is high and away. Ryan Reich back in the rotation after pitching against YD back on Sunday. Was the first arm out of the bullpen in that game, went 1 2/3. As the second pitch comes home, nails the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reich against YD gave up just 2 hits, an earned run, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. 1-1 the count. Bottom of the 5th to Luke Lavin. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. D. Kennedy waits with his heels on the outfield grass. He collects the ball and throws him out at first. 1 away, bottom of the 5th. Mariners down by 5. Gave up the first 7 runs of the day. But a 2 RBI double from Aiden Robbins in the top of this frame. Scored the first 2 for the Mariners. And Aiden Robbins continues to have himself a day. Here's the first pitch to the righty Martinez. This is inside, right at the waist.
I don't want to take away, or at least the score to take away from the outing that Donegan had. He came in and gave up 3 consecutive hits.
1-0 sails high.
1 being a solo home run, the first batter he saw. And then back-to-back singles, was able to strand those guys. 5 strikeouts, did not walk a batter against a lineup this hot.
2-0, nubbed foul down the first base side. Wasn't a full swing that time from Martinez. but just getting a piece of it with the barrel of his bat. 2 balls, 1 strike. Martinez making his debut for Cotuit here today. He's got a walk, a run, and a strikeout. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Nice fastball that time from Reich. Upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. But you're right. I mean, Donegan, the performance he had, especially with Chmielewski, underwhelming start today. 2/3, gave up 7 hits, 6 runs. For Donegan to come out and did what he did was pretty impressive. Reich trying to put away Martinez. The 2-strike pitch. Fouled straight back. Ricochets off the backstop. A fence that separates the scouts and the field. As Cotuit's ball boy comes jogging out, scoops it up, and returns to his spot right next to the Kettleers dugout. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball misses inside, right at the waist of Martinez.
So, you know, we always talk about the best stadium and ballpark. Who do you think has the best fans?
Payoff pitch. Just getting a piece of it was Martinez again. He continues to stay alive. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Who do I think has the best field, best park?
No, the best fans.
Oh, best fans.
We talk about the parks all the time.
Well, that's a good one. Payoff. Popped up again, straight back out of play. You know, I think you got to give a lot of credit to Harwich, first and foremost. No biasy, obviously. But I think Chatham's got a good fan base, too. I mean, they come out. Cotuit's got a good fan base. Reich trying to put away Martinez here. The 3-2, he got him! Swing and a miss on a fastball down the middle. And there's 2 away with Reich's first strikeout of the evening.
Number 16, Nolan Stevens. Stevens, number 16.
Wow, the 9th pitch of that at-bat. And Ryan Reich just putting everything down the middle. 2 away, bottom of the 5th. Mariners down by 5. Here's Nolan Stevens, left side. First pitch whistles high. And I say that to say about the fans. You know, it's pretty cool here on the Cape. It seems like every team has their own qualities that make them unique.
Right.
Their fan
Absolutely.
bases make them unique.
Almost have to be here to really see it.
Absolutely. 1-0. Right down the middle with the fastball, strike 1. Do you have a team in mind that has the best fans? Some Cotuit interns are looking over our way, Luke. Want to make sure we're saying the right thing here.
I think that Orleans has terrific fans.
1-1, spiked foul right over Harwich's dugout.
We were there last week, and they stayed when there was a massive storm coming in. It was rainy, it was windy, just not really a night where you're like, man, I'm going to go sit on a grass hill and watch a baseball game.
And not to mention the guy that wears the Firebirds costume, not even a paid employee. Here's the 1-2. A soft, high bouncer to second. Kennedy charges his toes on the infield grass, scoops it up at the chest, and throws out Stevens at first. 1-2-3 by the Mariners defense. They're still down 7-2 in this one. We head to the top of the 6th. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Visit 4Cs.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to...
We welcome you back here to Cotuit. A beautiful sunset here at Lowell Park as it sets over the left foul grounds, right over the bleachers that line the left side of this ballpark. And time now for the top of the 6. 7-8-9 due up for the Mariners. It's Pat Foltz leading things off with Kyle Wolf on deck, Jake Kunin in the hole. Dylan Scudder on the mound. Recorded 2 outs in the last frame. Came in relief for Max Haug. Here's the first pitch. This is low and away on a breaking ball to the lefty Kunin, or rather Foltz. Foltz so far today 0 for 2. Back-to-back flyouts to center. He's making decent contact. Here's the 1-0. High and away. Foltz made his Mariner debut yesterday and looked pretty solid. Went 1 for 2, singled on his first at-bat. Had a stolen base as well, a walk, a run. The Wright State product gets set for the 2-0. This one's lined over the second baseman Martinez's head and down in shallow right for a hit. Pat Foltz, a leadoff single in the top of the 6. Mariners look to keep this parade of offense going. Scored their first 2 runs of the day in the top of the 5th off a 2 RBI double from Eden Robbins, who's 3 for 3 on the day, 2 extra base knocks. And sensing a little bit of momentum from this Mariners offense, that cues up Lauren Hibbs to come out from the dugout and take the ball away from Scudder's hands. So new pitcher for Cotuit when we come back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on Cat's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it. Offering 0% for 60 months on Cat's.
We welcome you back here to Cotuit. Mariners down 7-2, the top of the 6. After a leadoff single from Pat Foltz, Lauren Hibbs, the manager for Cotuit in his first season, said, "I've seen enough." Out of the reliever Dylan Scudder, after he went just 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits and a walk. Out comes Nick Greeny. In his 4th appearance this summer, an ERA of 9 through 4 innings, has given up 6 hits, as well as earning himself 2 strikeouts. But even though the Mariners are still down by 5, 7-2, they've scored the most recent runs of the day. 2 RBI double from Robbins in the top of the 5th. If you're Steve Englert, Luke, you're just telling your guys to keep chipping away?
Absolutely, and they are chipping away. They should actually be even more in this ball game, Gino. Kyle Wolf was at third in the third inning with nobody out. They did not bring him home. The same situation, runner at third with runners at the corners with just one out in the fourth. The Mariners did not score. So now that they broke through in the fifth inning, you expect more, and for these runs and especially extra base hits to start compounding.
Righty on righty, first pitch to Kyle Wolf, fouled straight back off the backstop behind home plate. So Foltz on first with a single. As I mentioned a few moments ago, a leadoff single, the first time he's reached today. 0-1 the count to Kyle Wolf. Graney kicks and deals. Right on the inside edge for strike two. Graney, rising senior from Florida State, from Dallas, Texas, stands at 6'7", 255 pounds. They say everything's bigger in Texas. I guess the same can be said about the pitchers. Here's the 0-2. Skips in the dirt. A nice job by Natilli as he lunges to his right. Gets his mitt behind the ball off one hop and stares down Foltz at first. We saw Foltz yesterday take a bag via the steal. Certainly has the wheels for it. Had over 20 stolen bags this past year at Wright State. Here's the 1-2 to Wolf. Bopped him up, right field side, down the line, and it's out of play. So Wolf stays alive with a 1-2 count. No outs. Beautiful day here in Cotuit. As Graney looks back at first to Foltz, now stares down Wolf. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball misses high, evens the count up at 2 apiece. But look, we're here at Lowell Park just the second time this summer. Last time we were here was back on June 20th, so over a month of time between the last time we were here and the beauty, man, it's still the same. As the 2-2 comes home, swing and a miss, strike three. Speaking of beauty, nice fastball that time from Graney. Puts away Wolf for the second time today. Graney's first strikeout, there's one away, top of the 6. But this beauty here is just, it's incredible. One of the best ballparks on the Cape.
Absolutely. I think I got to say that it might just be the best. I'm a big fan of Veterans Field, though.
Okay.
I love Chatham. I think there's a lot more going on around Chatham.
I agree.
That makes it more of an open environment.
First pitch to the righty, Coonan gets away from Natilli all the way towards the backstop. And that sends Foltz to second. So the pitch was low. Coonan with a nice job. As soon as that pitch came in, he watched it get away from the catcher and yelled out to Foltz, go, go, go. But best field on the Cape, certainly up there for me.
It just, if you
Woods
come back
just surrounds
here,
the field. It's just a nice spot. It's tucked away.
It's way
here in
different
Cotuit
than Veterans Field. It's almost kind of like
I agree.
White House Field.
Yes.
Where if you're going to go there, you're going to the baseball game. You don't just run into it.
I like that. The 1-0. This is low with the fastball.
I mean, how cool is that bullpen for the home team down the left field line? You have a double, maybe triple decker bench out there. All the guys on the top deck, so they're actually taller than the outfield fence. A perfect view. It's shaded because it is in a section that is a cutout of the woods.
The 2-0 to Coonan pulls this one foul. But the last time we were here with the woods in the outfield, past the outfield wall, I should say. Obviously not in the outfield. That would be crazy for the outfielders. There was a group of children that came running out, climbed the fence, climbed the wall, and we had no idea until Mickey Garcia, who was behind home, called time. And we looked out, and they were sitting on top of the wall just taking it in. Here's the 2-1. Lined up the middle, a base hit. Foltz rounds past third as Bogenpol scoops it up. No throw comes in. The Mariners tack on their third run of the day. An RBI single from Jake Coonan. And just like that, Harwich down by just 4.
Another guy who's been grinding at the plate tonight, his second knock. There you go. Little by little, Gino. You take 2 in the 5th. Now you got 1 in the 6th. Still not done. You just kind of keep stacking scoreless frames defensively with your combination of pitchers. And then come the later innings, or even now, whenever you can get it, you're looking for that explosion.
The order turns over. First pitch to the righty, Marsh. This is low and away.
But that was also the second batter that the reliever Greeny has seen. And he came in and shut the door on Kyle Wolf, struck him out. So for Kunin to bounce back with an RBI base hit, start to get to a new arm for Cotuit.
The 1-0. Hard ground ball, third base side. Johnson over to his left, makes the play to second. The throw to first is there. Wow. A double play by the Kettleers takes the momentum out of the sails of the Mariners. They did plate 1 off an RBI single from Jake Kunin that brought Fultz home. But you thought there was going to be a little bit more in the tank, but the Kettleers shut the door in the top of the 6th. They're still up as we head to the home half. We'll send it to break because out comes the T-shirt cannon. Might get a little bit physical out here, so we got to make sure we're protecting the equipment. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer.
We welcome you back to Lowell Park. The Mariners slowly but surely putting up a fight in this one. After giving up the first 7 runs of the day, the Mariners have tacked on the last 3. They're down by 4, looking to play some defense. Bottom of the 6th, have a hit. Blast over the loudspeaker here at Cotuit. Obviously, we work for the Mariners, but I got to say, that fires me up, Dave.
Yeah, it might fire you up.
You don't like it?
I like classic baseball. I don't know.
First pitch to the righty, Tagger Tyson hits the inner edge for strike 1. 9-1-2 due up for the Kettleers.
I will say, the song they had last year was a classic.
Hey, Cotuit. Hey, Cotuit. The 0-1. Curveball misses upstairs. Ryan Reich on the mound in his second inning of work. Went through the middle to later stages of the order for the Kettleers last inning like clockwork. 1, 2, 3. It's the 1-1. This one is zipped up the middle, down for a hit. Well, Tagger Tyson doing exactly what the PA just said. Have a hit. Have a hit. Luke was not a fan of it, as he takes the headset away from our producer, Dave Roberts. Dave, it was nice chatting with you for a little bit. Always a pleasure.
I think that we should have a broadcast where it's strictly Dave.
You think so? What did you collect from the, did they hand that out to you? Or?
Yeah, I got it for free. That's the only reason.
Mr. Cape Cod over here, they're like, take our ice cream sandwich. Back to the top of the order we go. It's Camden Johnson from the left side. First pitch misses high. So what is that, a chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwich?
It looks like it. It's called the Chips Galore.
Oh, you think that's going to put up a fight with the Closa and Brewster?
So hungry and ravished walking around that they were like, here, take this. It's something to eat on the house.
Here's the 1-0. This one's nubbed up the third base line. The first play to second is there. The throw to first, a double play for the Mariners. Induced by Pat Fultz over at third. A nice job. Just looked like Johnson didn't commit to the swing fully. It was just a tapper as he brought that bat right towards his chest. Wasn't a full follow-through. Foltz was there. The infield grass, he scooped it up through to second and then to first. 5-4-3. And so with 2 away, here's Ryan Farber from the left side. First pitch. Curveball misses high. So what I get was you were wandering around aimlessly, and they said, here's, on an empty stomach, the best thing to do is replenish it with ice cream and sugar.
Something like that.
1-0, misses high.
As in I wandered over to the concession stand aimlessly.
And you just didn't even know what you were saying.
Store-bought,
it was
grocery
like a
store brand cookie sandwich.
2-0, spiked foul, first base side. First strike of the count.
But we actually did get a dinner recommendation from some help of our Cotuit
Just
friends.
the second time we've been to Cotuit, so we're going to need some help. But what's the recommendation? Are we going to say it?
The Kettle Ho.
The Kettle Ho?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Here's the 2-1. It's the outer edge for strike 2. Did you ask what kind of food they serve, or was
No.
it just, give me a recommendation, let's go?
Well, it was very vague. I said, is there anywhere good around here? Which wasn't like some people may see that as like, nothing's good around here, so I'm asking you. It was just kind of like, just give me something, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Here's the 2-2. High and away.
And I could tell the question was a little bit troubling because it was a double team of Cotuit interns helping us out. We're still to our left. And some kid said, not much.
Ooh.
Nothing. And then he said, wait, the Kettle Ho.
Fair enough. Payoff pitch. Popped him up on a jam shot down the left field line. It's going to drop foul. So 3-2 the count to Farber with 2 away in the bottom of the 6. Cotuit up by 4. Caden Bogenpole on deck if we get there. But now I'm excited. I feel like it also might be worth noting what kind of food that they're serving, just so
Neighborhood restaurant and bar.
So like an Applebee's.
Cape Cod Casual.
Okay, well, maybe
American
not an
pub
Applebee's.
food.
There you go. Okay.
Lobster rolls, fish and chips,
Oh, we're
burgers.
set. Payoff pitch. Ground ball up the middle. D. Kennedy to his right. Sticks his glove out. It goes past him into the outfield, but look out. Farber takes off for second. The throw is not there. Wow. Ryan Farber was not satisfied with just 1. Took off for 2. And that ball was into shallow center right. Nico Brini was there. And it looked like Tanner Marsh, the shortstop, wasn't prepared for Farber to take off for second as that ball was nowhere close. So there's 1 away with 2 outs. And they intentionally walk Bogenpole.
St. Thomas, first baseman, number 9, Zal Vaughn.
So just like that, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Bogenpole today, 2 hits, a home run with an RBI single.
I understand walking Bogenpole because he's had a nice night, but the cleanup hitter, the guy up right now, Von Schlegel, is 3 for 3.
2 singles and a double. Right comes home. This is low. Conti gets away from him. Taken off for third. The throw, the tag. Not there. I don't know about that one. Conti's looking back at the dugout. He's not happy with it. I mean, that throw certainly beat out Farber by a mile. But I guess there was something off with the tag. And Steve Engler, right on cue, he comes out from the dugout. He's going to talk things over with Glenn Stewart, who was right there to make the call.
Scores to pass on at the bottom of the 3rd.
What did you see, Luke? I thought
he was out by a mile.
I thought so too.
But Conti picked up the ball and trying to be quick in one motion. As he reached for it, he sidearmed it across his body, and the throw wasn't nearly as hard as a normal Conti gun over there to third. So as it kind of lollipopped in, I think Foltz tried to slap tag Farber, and just knowing his creativity as such a good base runner, you got to think that some way he avoided the tag.
The umpires talk things over to the right of the mound.
But this is a big spot now. Harwich is chipping away. They're coming back in this game. It's 7-3. And after a play like that where Farber takes a double instead of a single, then you intentionally walk a batter in Bougainville, you have an out, which you thought it was at third base, and now it's not. They're one hit away from blowing this thing right back open.
You're right. So after a conversation with all the umpires, they say Farber is safe at third. Bougainville into second. So they say a wild pitch from Ryan Reich advances both runners. It was a bang-bang play. Not even a bang-bang. I mean, Conti beat out Farber by a mile with the throw, but it comes down to the tag. So 2 in scoring position. Here's Von Schlegel from the right side. 1-0. Drips in there for strike 1.
So now you ask the question, if you walked Bougainville with the runner at second and 2 outs to put him at first, now that there's runners at second and third, Von Schlegel's 3 for 3. Would it make sense to pass on him here?
1-1. Pulled foul. That was close to the third base bag.
My whole take on that argument is if you're going to get analytical or you're going to play a strategy style of baseball still in the middle innings of this game, then you might as well stay consistent and keep doing it. First base is the only base that's open, and this guy has crushed Harwich tonight.
But Reich just 1 pitch away from ending the frame. 2 in scoring position, 2 outs. Here's the 1-2. This is high and away. Reich loses the hat with the fastball. Mariners down by 4. Bottom of the 6th. Bougainville on second, Farber on third as the 2-2 is fouled off. Right over the Kettleers dugout along the third base side. So we'll do it again with a 2-2 count. Reich stares down Von Schlegel. Readies the glove at the chest, the 2-2. Misses low.
Nice block from Conti, saved a run.
Conti putting the mitt between his legs. So a full count to Von Schlegel. Runners on second and third. Mariners down by 4. It's 7-3 Cotuit. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. The payoff. Right down the middle, called strike 3. What a pitch from Ryan Reich. That strands 2 in scoring position for Cotuit. And for the first time today, Von Schlegel goes down. If that doesn't get this offense fired up, I don't know what will. Mariners down by 4 to Cotuit. We head to the top of the 7th on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else.
Welcome back in on the Mariners Radio Network to Lowell Park. The Cotuit Kettleers lead 7-3. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. The reliever Nick Greeny stays in the game. He came in the 6th, gave up a run on 2 hits, and Harwich continuing to try and cut into this deficit. This game was once 7-0, now 7-3. It's 2, 3, and 4 for Harwich. That's Breeny, Robbins, and Kennedy. Nico digs in for a righty-lefty matchup. He's 1 for 3 today with a single in the 5th. Greeny comes home. Breeny shows bunt, pulls it away on a fastball inside, 1-0. I mean, Gino, slowly but surely, it's going to take more than this pace that Harwich is cutting into this deficit. But they've won the last 4 innings by 3 runs.
You're right. It's unfortunate how many runs they gave up, though.
1-0, a check swing. Appeal to third, Nico went around, 1-1.
Steve Englert has not been thrilled with the calls here today.
That's Glenn Stewart over there at third base. He had the questionable call on the throwdown in the previous half inning, the 1-1. Up high with the heater, 2 balls and 1 strike. You start looking at the numbers. Every Mariner has found their way on base at least once today. They've hung in there after falling behind at 1.6-0 in the first inning. But they've left runners in scoring position. The 2-1. Down and in, 3 balls and 1 strike to Breeny. In this part of the order, Nico in a 3-1 count to kick things off. Robbins is 3 for 3 with 2 doubles. Kennedy in the hole as your RBI leader. 3-1. He walked him. Pitch in the dirt, and the Mariners for a 3rd consecutive inning, a leadoff base runner.
Aiden Robbins up to bat now. I mean, he is having himself a day, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. He just continues to look good, and it seems like every time he comes up to bat, Lauren Hibbs comes out to either bring out a new arm or talk things over with his pitcher.
There is action in the Cotuit bullpen. Hibbs has now just got to a pitcher's mound that is extremely high. Doesn't that look tall to you out there?
It does.
Definitely a hefty bump. But it looks like it's just a conversation for now. Home plate umpire Michael Chuckerman comes out there, is breaking things up, or at least trying to. The show goes on between Hibbs and the reliever Nick Greeny. Greeny came in the 6th, gave up 2 hits in that inning. The Mariners scored a run, but ended the frame on an inning-ending 5-4-3 double play. This will not be the end of the outing for Greeny just yet. Hibbs is back. The leadoff man is on for Harwich in the top of the 7th. They're down 7-3. And Greeny will go after Aiden Robbins. He's 3 for 3 tonight. The sun has set below the trees that really crowd Lowell Park. Such a nice setting for a ballpark. Really does give a summer feel. Couldn't even tell you're in Cape Cod back here. First pitch to Robbins, a swing and a miss on a pitch that ricocheted off home plate. 0-1.
I'd like to see what's over the tree line. Like, what's back there?
I would have to assume nothing. Cotuit is a very
wooded area.
Residential area. House is tucked away. The 0-1 fouled straight back. And after the mound visit, back-to-back strikes puts Greeny ahead 0-2. Already a long ball game, approaching 7 o'clock. First pitch was at 4:30. We're now in the top of the 7th with nobody out. But Harwich trying to make this one go late. The 0-2. Down low, a nice take. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cotuit on their 3rd pitcher of the night. It was the combination of Haug, the starter, then Dylan Scudder, and now Nick Greeny. He takes a long pause, now digs back into the first base side of the rubber. Looks at Breeny at first, working from the stretch. The 2-strike pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. An off-speed pitch that missed the location Greeny was looking for high, and it fooled Robbins. A half-hearted swing and a strikeout for the first out of the 7th.
Nice pitch from Greeny. I mean, anytime you can send Robbins back to the dugout, I mean, that's really impressive.
That's just the 3rd time that a Mariner has struck out tonight. Here's Kennedy. First pitch. Upstairs, 1-0. D is 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. Trying to get him going. He's had a tough time in the last couple games. And this is a bat that Harwich needs more than ever this time of the year. The 1-0. A strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Greeny really takes his time. He steps off, removes his plant foot connected to the rubber, and now comes home. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Kennedy behind, 1-2. Cotuit battling right now for a playoff position in the West, 14-18 for record. They're 4 points in the final spot right now. Throw over to first, Nico back with a dive. And they're playing like it. They haven't scored since just the 2nd inning. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back beauties from Greeny to Fan Robbins and now Kennedy. 2 outs in the 7th.
We hit the nail on the head, Luke. If the Mariners want to have success, and not just this game, but games moving forward, D. Kennedy has to be on his game. He's one of the top hitters on this team, the leader in RBIs, but he's been struggling with the strikeouts recently.
That brings up Conti, so after a leadoff base runner, back-to-back Ks, and the Mariners are down to their final out in the 7th inning. First pitch outside, 1-0. Conti the batter, Nico Brini at first base. Ground ball left side, gloved by the third baseman Johnson, a pirouette and a beauty. On time, on target, no look. A fantastic play from Camden Johnson. That ends the top of the 7th. Everything going in Cotuit's direction. They lead by 4. It's 7-3 on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win.
The Mariners strand a leadoff base runner in the top of the 7th, and a fantastic play ends the inning on the third baseman Johnson's pirouette throw. So everybody gets all stretched out. We sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." And it's time for the bottom of the 7th. We welcome you in on the Mariners Radio Network. The Cotuit Kettleers lead the Harwich Mariners 7-3. Cotuit trying to get a bounce-back win. They're 4 games under 500, but Harwich coming off a loss last night, still playing the best baseball in the Cape, but not looking so hot tonight. Ryan Reich back out there for his 2nd inning of action. Excuse me, 3rd. He faces off against the right-handed hitting Natilli. First pitch, fastball low, 1-0.
It's just unfortunate because 7 runs given up in the first 2 frames. I mean, the Mariners got good bats, but it's a tall task.
Ground ball left side. Foltz has it, takes his time, and fires to first in time for the first out of the 7. A 5-3 ground out. Natilli down for the 3rd time today.
Because you think, right, if there was a couple of plays that the Mariners should have made that wouldn't have costed them runs in those frames, and if you could obviously shorten that to just a little bit, all of a sudden the deficit's not 4, maybe it's 1.
Bring in a runner at third in a no-out or one-out situation. First pitch swinging, a liner up the middle, and it's through. That's Luke Lavin. The outfielder out of Stanford wastes no time and lasers one through the gut. A one-out base runner for Cotuit.
And that was just a tricky play because Tanner Marsh, the shortstop, was actually shifted behind the bag, and that ball just went past him. It was an awkward hop that he tried to gauge at the last second, and as he went sprawling out, just went over his glove.
So now 1 on with 1 out. The hitting coach for the Kettleers comes out to have a word with Sean Martinez, who's due up. Martinez, in his first start of the summer in the Cape League, has walked and struck out twice. Every Kettleer has reached base tonight, and 8 of 9 have a hit. The only guy without a base hit tonight? Well, this guy right here, Sean Martinez. He's back in the box. Reich's ready to go. First offering. Fastball just off the plate away, 1-0.
From now on, every time you say have a hit, I'm going to think of Cotuit. Have a hit.
I don't even know what that's from.
It's my favorite part about this field. They played over the loudspeaker every time Cotuit's up to bat. Have a hit.
The 1-0. Fouled straight back. The count's even.
You think I could do it? You think I could be the new voice of the Kettleers?
I think you can do a lot of things.
Maybe when I graduate. How much you think that guy's getting paid? Have a hit.
Probably a lot. Work is not cheap on Cape Cod.
It's a good point. I could do other jobs too. Like, I don't have to strictly be the have a hit guy.
The 1-1. Outside, throw to first on the back pick, not in time. Conti tried to nab Luke Lavin over there. No can do, 2 balls and 1 strike. The count to Martinez. Talk about jobs in Cape Cod. Thought when I got here this summer, baseball at night, be able to get up, get a morning job. They're not easy to come by. 2-1. A bunt is down right in front of home plate. It's a good one. Conti goes to first, his only play in time. Luke Lavin advances into scoring position on the bunt from Martinez. 2 outs in the 7.
Yeah, those jobs here on the Cape, not a lot of them. But, maybe I can be the have a hit guy. When all's said and done, obviously here. Wouldn't do it mid-season. That's conflict of interest. But you could do the song after the wins. Hey, Cotuit. Hey, Cotuit. You could be the one orchestrating that.
Well, what if I don't want to work for Cotuit?
Do you have something
Stevens,
against
the batter? First pitch swinging a laser into right center. That finds the right center alley. Down for extra bases. It actually rolls under the wall. It'll score Lavin from second. Unorthodox ground rule double from Nolan Stevens makes the Cotuit lead 5. It's 8-3 in the 7th.
Yeah, Stevens just, he talked about it, lasered. It was just a liner into right in the gap. And the Kettleers, the bats have really just come alive in this game.
Their first run since the 2nd inning comes in a 2-out RBI double from Nolan Stevens. So he's in scoring position. It's 8-3 Kettleers. And the final man in the lineup, Tagger Tyson, is the batter. Reich trying to get organized in his 3rd inning. If he can get one more out, I would call it a solid job out of the bullpen. He's working on 3 innings, just 4 hits, now 1 run in. First pitch to Tyson a little bit high, 1-0. I think the first thing that Reich needs to figure out before anything pitching related is how to keep his hat on his head. I look back to the first scrimmage of the summer at YD. 1-0. Nails the outside corner, 1-1. And we had no idea who anybody was. Nobody knew who you were. Now a celebrity in Harwich, Gino yourself.
No, I was a celebrity coming into Harwich. Are you kidding me?
And we went to YD, and Ryan Reich pitched. So that tells you how long he's been here, the 1-1. Same spot with the fastball, the lower outside corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And his hat was falling off every pitch there. I'd like to say that it's gotten a little bit better. It's probably 1 in every 3 fastballs now. Trying to strand a runner here. The 2-strike pitch. Swinging a tapper down the third base line. Foltz waits on it, throws to first in time. That ends the 7th, but not before the Kettleers add another one. It's 8-3 Cotuit. We head to the 8th on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
We have made it to the 8th inning in a long one at Lowell Park. The Kettleers lead the Mariners 8-3. And before we start the 8th, a pinch hitter for the Mariners, Ernie Echeverria. His first at-bat this summer, he got in today as the new catcher in town for the postseason. So Echeverria, right-handed hitter, looks ready to go. First pitch, fastball downstairs, 1-0. New pitcher for Cotuit, it's Jonathan Adelman. So far on the summer has pitched 5 times, 7 1/3, a 3.68 ERA, struck out 9, walked 5. He's working from the stretch, the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Do you like this time, Gino, to pinch hit a guy in a game where you're down 5 in the final 2 innings?
Yeah.
That just got in today?
Yeah, I do. I think it's just, it's a moment where, if you strike out, okay. If you do well, great.
Adelman comes home with the 1-1. Way outside. The catcher, Natilli, couldn't even find it. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I like it, though. It's, no pressure, really. And to lead things off as well, yeah, this is a good spot. I like Steve Anglert's thought process here.
Echeverria ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike. Adelman looks in and kicks and deals. The 2-1. That's high and tight, 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Patrick Foltz. So now a combination. Foltz, who made his first start of the summer yesterday, had his first at-bat, his first hit. He's right behind Echeverria in his first plate appearance of the Cape League summer. The 3-1. Popped up foul. He lost his bat, and it goes into the crowd. Look out. Echeverria threw his bat so far over the Cotuit dugout, it went over the netting and into the bleachers. A fan has it in his hand, just gave it to the Mariners' third base coach. And Echeverria will grab his bat. It's a full count on the foul ball. That is scary.
Yeah. Good thing a lot of people were paying attention, though. They were yelling out, making sure everybody got out of the way.
This is one of the only wooden bat leagues, so maybe that bat just didn't have enough sticky stuff on it.
You're right. How about the amount of pinch hitters in this 6th spot today for the Mariners?
Is this the 4th one?
Yes.
Adelman set. A full count. The payoff pitch. Got him looking on the outside corner. You can't place it much better than that. Echeverria strikes out looking in his first at-bat. He's frustrated on his walk back.
I don't know, Luke. I thought that was a little bit low.
To me, Gino, it's one of those situations where
if it's borderline, you got to swing.
Especially in a full count. An 8-3 game, you're up there, you're in this league to get base hits.
I totally agree with you.
But hey, you're trailing by 5. You got to get base runners too. Foltz due up, lefty, first pitch. Rips it right at the second baseman, Martinez. He's down on one knee, gloves it, and flips to first for the second out. Patrick Foltz doesn't really mess around up there. He walked last night. Start diving into his numbers a little bit. He puts bat on ball and gets base hits. He led Wright State in hits last school year in the Horizon League.
Hasn't gone down off the strikeout so far in his last 2 games, too. I mean, that just goes to show he's making contact.
You're right. 2 outs, nobody on for Kyle Wolf. Adelman looks comfortable out there in his first inning in relief. Protecting a 5-run lead. First pitch to Kyle, outside with the fastball. At one point, the Mariners, coming into today, were 3-0 against Cotuit. Here's the 1-0 to Wolf. Jam shot towards second base. Sean Martinez drifts back into the outfield and lost it. He straight up dropped the ball, was on his back foot. It hit up against his hat. His sunglasses fly off into right center field, and Kyle Wolf is on first base safely.
It just looked like an awkward play as Martinez was coming back. He was backpedaling, looking up, and just kind of looked like he wobbled a little bit, and that caused his balance to be thrown off, and then that ball just came right at him.
So Harwich does have a base runner in the top of the 8th. Jake Coonan, who's rounding out Steve Englert's lineup tonight, will get an at-bat. He's 2 for 3. Has singled and scored and has an RBI single, most recently in the 6th inning. Wolf at first, 2 outs. The Mariners down 8-3 on the road. Adelman looks in and comes home with the first offering downstairs. That's the changeup, 1-0. But I was talking about the Mariners, 3-0 so far this summer against Cotuit, a 13-1 run differential. Just dominating them. Held Cotuit to 1 run in 3 contests. The 1-0, way high, 2 balls and 1 strike, or 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the last time these two teams met, it was a 2-1 win. It was a 2 RBI double from Nico Brini that ended up winning the whole game for them. But, yeah, the first 2 games were blowouts. The Mariners shut them out.
Here's the 2-0 to Coonan. Jam shot towards center field. It takes Brogan Pohl back. He's there. And that's the end of the top of the 8th. The Mariners strand a base runner on the Wolf 2-out single and trail 8-3. We head to the home half on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we
welcome you back on the Mariners Radio Network to Lowell Park in Cotuit. The Kettleers lead the Mariners 8-3. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. Gino, this Harwich team hadn't lost a game in what seemed like forever. It was a 6-game win streak. They're still winners in 8 of their last 10. But after losing last night to end the streak, and now tonight, trailing by 5 in the bottom of the 8th in a game where you were down 7-0 after the second inning, what do you look to do to bounce back not only in the final 3 outs of this game offensively, but moving forward in the last week of the regular season?
You just got to find that focus. And I think that's the biggest thing for Mariners and Steve Englert, is trying to get these guys back on the same page and back to getting those good starts.
First pitch swinging is Camden Johnson. Got a center cut fastball and popped it up. This one is way upstairs into center field. The shortstop Marsh goes way back into the outfield and makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the 8th.
I mean, the Mariners haven't looked bad today. It wasn't a great start on the mound. And as a result, the runs compounded. And Harwich just, when they go down that large of a margin to start the game, it's very difficult for them to get back into that game.
Tanner Duke into the game for Harwich, the 4th pitcher. You referenced Chmielewski's start. He went 2/3 of the first inning, gave up 7 hits and 6 runs. First pitch to Farber, a curveball that drips right into the zone, 0-1. Ryan Farber, the Texas State transferring to Auburn product, is having an unbelievable summer. He has a pair of doubles today. 1 brought in a run. He's a fantastic base runner as well. The 0-1. That's inside, 1-1.
And the start from Chmielewski was very uncharacteristic. We talked about it earlier in the broadcast. And it's just unfortunate because his numbers are going to show this game, but this has been one of the top pitchers for the Mariners this summer.
1-1. Liner foul the other direction. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 8th. The top 3 for Cotuit, and frankly everybody. The Kettleers have 15 hits tonight for their 8 runs, but Farber, 2 doubles. The man on deck, Bogenpol, a single and a home run. The guy after him, Vaughn Schlegel, 3 hits. The 1-2, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Duke had Farber reaching on a pitch in the dirt, 2 outs.
How about Tanner Duke? Quickly 2 away through the top 2 in the order.
That's Duke's first strikeout, just the second batter he's seen tonight, the 8th from a Mariner arm. Here's the man that nobody can get out, and that's Caden Bogenpol. Missouri State outfielder has beat up Harwich tonight. First pitch, outside with the curve, 1-0. after giving up 7 runs in the first 2 innings, or even 6 in the first. Got to give credit to the Mariner arms, the entire bullpen. 1-0. In there with the fastball, 1-1. They limited a hot lineup who started this game. They had nothing to really lose the rest of the ball game offensively. And they've done what we're accustomed to seeing the Mariner arms do, and that's shut down. 1-1, a fastball right in on the inside corner, 1-2.
I want to ask you, Luke, I want to get your thoughts. Do you think Steve should have went to the bullpen sooner in Chmielewski's start?
I don't. The 2-strike pitch. Outside, 2-2. And I say I don't because if you look at the scorebook, it kind of does tell the story. The game started single, double, single, single, fly out, single, walk. I think after the walk, maybe. But typically, if you're going to pull a guy out of a game early, it's because they just simply don't have control or they're missing everywhere. Chmielewski just got beat up from a good lineup. The 2-2. Swinging a hard hit grounder right at the first baseman, Wolf. It one hops against his face, and he's down. Bogenpol is safe at first. The ball ricocheted towards the Mariner dugout in foul territory. And what looked to be a worm burner up against the surface of the ground just catapulted right up at the face and neck area of Kyle Wolf.
I noticed during I.O. that some of these, and granted, I.O., right, you're just kind of taking hacks, or it's not really hard hit balls, but even those were ricocheting off the infield grass. They had a little bit of a hop to them. And, I mean, that time, Kyle Wolf, you said, was just ready to go, was ready to field it at his feet, and then at the last second, springs up and hits him in the face.
Wolf turns around and faces our direction. He looks to be okay. He's standing up talking to the Mariner trainer, Amanda Lusky. Steve Englert is out of the dugout. The entire infield is surrounding Wolf, outside of the shortstop Marsh, who stands on second base. I think this is more of a conversation of, I think I'm all right. And now it's just a matter of figuring it out. What a scary play. Grabs a bottle of water from the assistant trainer.
Yeah, and Kyle Wolf, obviously a big piece of this Mariner team. You would hate for the regular season coming to a close pretty soon. I mean, you're going to need all your guys, especially your top guys. So you hope Kyle Wolf's okay.
Still a conversation going on. Englert is headed back to the dugout, and Wolf will stay in the game. A lot of credit to the Boston College first baseman. What a tough player. An unlucky bounce. We've seen a lot of those tonight, especially on the right side of the infield. So the play results in a 2-out base hit for Bogenpol, his 3rd hit of the game, the 4th time he's reached. I mean, if he can't beat up the Mariners anymore, man, oh man. What a night for Bogenpol. The cleanup hitter, Zahn van Schlegel, will get an at-bat with 1 on and 2 outs in the 8th. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Wolf takes the hat off at first. Duke getting the signal on the rubber. And Kyle looks to be okay for now. He stays in the game. First offering to Van Schlegel. Pitch in the dirt. 1-0.
Zahn von Schlegel, first baseman, St. Thomas.
Zahn von Schlegel got to the Cape just last week. The St. Thomas infielder is hitting .318, driven in 4 runs, still without a home run, but has come to play tonight against the Mariners. The 1-0. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Start looking ahead a little bit. The Mariners will go to YD tomorrow to finish the month of July. That game's at 4:30. And the Kettleers have a date with the Orleans Firebirds on the road at 6:30. 2-0. Down and in, 3 balls and no strikes.
Got to pull it out. I know they will, but can't be dancing around it, Luke. Got to get the job done.
On the verge of losing back-to-back games for the first time in a long time, the 3-0 finds the strike zone with the fastball. 3-1. Tanner Duke gets set from the stretch and comes home. The 3-1. Swing and a drive out to left field. Robbins chasing. He got an unbelievable jump and makes the catch. A line out to left ends the 8th inning. The Mariners trail 8-3 and are down to their final 3 outs on the road at Lowell Park. We'll be back for the 9th on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on Cat's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment.
Closing up shop here at Lowell Park in Cotuit. Mariners down 8-3 to the Kettleers as we head to the top of the 9th. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Luke, obviously, 9th inning, you're down by 5. What do you want to see out of this Mariners team?
Well, I've seen enough tonight. Obviously, I could come on here and say a 6-run 9th inning and you come back and win the game. Well, no duh. But I want to see this team bounce back like they've done off losing streaks, off bad stretches of baseball. And it's safe to say for back-to-back nights that the offense hasn't really shown up. Sure, 3 runs, 8 hits, but you score in the 5th and 6th when you're down by 7. Just don't mean as much. Cotuit going to their back-end relievers, maybe not their best guys out of the bullpen against the first-place Mariners.
First pitch to the righty, Marsh pops him up on the first pitch behind home. Jack Natilli rips off the mask, takes a few steps back from the dish, and makes the head-high grab.
Let's be honest, Gino, a lot of these guys are competitors. They're going to be future pros one day. But at some point in time, they're thinking about the playoffs, and they know that they're just about secure.
Just a reminder, this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. 1 away, top of the 9th. After a fly out to Tanner Marsh right behind the dish to the catcher Natilli. Here's Nico Brini from the left side. Jonathan Edelman kicks and fires. Brini shows bunt as Brini went for it on a pitch outside. So 0-1 the count. Brini today has a hit, a walk, and a ground out fly out. Beautiful day here in Cotuit. It's in the 90s when we got here as the 0-1 sails high and away.
That's what I've learned about the Cape. The hottest days are the best nights. Because naturally when it's 80 degrees or 75 here, on a beautiful day, the night can actually get quite chilly.
It's that hoodie weather at night. The 1-1 inside at the feet of Brini. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Not tonight, though.
Yeah, you can rock the...
Could wear a bathing suit right now.
Yeah. How do you think that would look for broadcasting attire? We did get a compliment before the game, so we were looking pretty sharp as broadcasters. The 2-1 misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brini with 1 out, top of the 9th. They said, what did they say? We were the best looking, right? I might have made that part up. 3 balls, 1 strike to Brini. That's right. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Fastball low. Got Brini to bring out the full hack. Works it to a full count. Edelman stares him down. Brings the glove to his chest. And comes home. Payoff pitch. spiked at the plate foul.
Normally when you lose back-to-back games, you want to say, let's get home. Let's reset. But going to Wide E tomorrow, that's a place that the Mariners have dominated this summer. Red Wilson Field. Plays very much in the strengths of Harwich. They don't give up a lot of loud contact. They hit the ball hard to the outfield. All kinds of home runs there so far this summer. So a chance against a really good team in the East to get back.
Payoff pitch. Fouled again right at the plate. So Brini stays alive with a 3-2 count. But you're right, YD almost home away from home. But I want to go back to talking about Cotuit because this is a team that the Mariners coming into today, 3-0. It's won by a combined score of 13-1. 3-2 to Brini. Drips in the zone for strike 3. Brini got looking at a curveball. And there's 2 away, top of the 9th. Out comes Aiden Robbins. And to start the frame, I asked you, Luke, what do you want to see in this 9th? And you said you've seen enough. I've really seen enough from Aiden Robbins today. 3 for 4, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, a single. I mean, if there was a bright spot to take out of this game, it remains Aiden Robbins. First pitch, pops him up, right center. Nolan Stevens, the right fielder, over to his right. He makes the head-high grab for the 3rd out. So the Mariners drop 2 straight. And Harwich, for the first time this summer, losing to Cotuit. 8-3 the final here at Lowell Park. The Mariners from the get-go were smashed by the Kettleers. They were down 7-0 after the first 2 innings in this game. The Mariners then scored 3 in the middle frames, inning 5 and 6. But then Cotuit tacked on 1 more in the 7th, and that was all she wrote. You got to give credit to the Kettleers because even when the Mariners were threatening some sort of a comeback, down by 4, the Kettleers closed the door. But how many times, Luke, did we see runners in scoring position get stranded tonight for the Mariners?
Yeah, just not their night. It's always tough when your starter gives up 6 runs on 7 hits in the first inning. I thought they battled. They definitely didn't battle back. They never really made this a close ball game. At signs, they showed that they had a chance.
Right.
But you lose back-to-back games after winning 6 in a row. That's a place that not many people can put themselves in. So credit Harwich, where it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You're not gritting and clawing and biting your teeth in the final week of the regular season to make the postseason like Cotuit is. But on that same note, the Kettleers put their head down tonight. They knew they were hosting a first-place team, and they played like it the whole way.
They certainly did. As I talked about, from start to finish, they were the better team. Quickly, before we head off, some scores around the Cape. YD and Orleans at the end of 4. The Red Sox are on top 1-0. The Mariners play YD tomorrow at Red Wilson Field. We'll have the radio broadcast going. Then the Brewster-Chatham matchup, it's knotted up at 0 apiece in the bottom of the 2nd. That game is at Veterans Field. So some scores to look out for if you're a Mariners fan. Obviously, you're looking at the East. If YD and Brewster win today, then all of a sudden it's a 3-way tie for first. Harwich coming into today secured the first place spot by just 2 points. They needed 1 point to clinch, but they could not get that here this evening at Lowell Park. The Mariners fall 8-3 once more to Cotuit. On the road, we head to White House Field tomorrow. Opening pitch against the YD Red Sox is at 4:30. Trying to wrap up a solid July for the Mariners. We'll have the call going on the Mariners radio network around 4:20. But for tonight, for my partner Luke Brenneman, our producer Max Schubert, our special guest / producer for half an inning, Dave Roberts, I'm Gino Antamarino. We'll be back tomorrow on the Mariners Radio Network against YD at 4:20. Good night.